Hello and welcome. Welcome back. Boarding party, Signature 6. In the woods, on the trail of the Tomb of Saint Hezekiah the Sage. When last we left off, Willux and Wispoid were fighting over the fate of the Signature 6. Dr. Carroll, you awaken incredibly refreshed. You slept through the entire encounter, through I think 2 or 3 gunshots, lots of shouting. Very well rested. You kind of like crack your back.
It was the melatonin.
He took the hearing aid out.
Yeah. Everybody awakens. It's a misty morning in the forest. There's a light haze over everything. And there's a very reasonably sized ephemeral jellyfish floating amongst the lot of you.
It's pretty foggy, Dr. Carroll. Do you know where to go from here?
I thought you might, but this looks fairly familiar to me. Is there a way for me to get my bearings? Should I do like a knowledge check here?
This would be
advantageous, or do we know where we're going here?
I will say you know where you're going.
Oh, great.
So you are guiding
Fantastic.
the group, for better and worse. So it's going to be a navigation test from Dr. Carroll.
Do you have mastery by chance?
I do not.
Okay.
I do if he needs it.
+0. 10.
I'm gonna throw my free mastery.
Do it.
For an extra 1.
Because you didn't declare before he rolled.
Yeah.
He broke
True,
the
that is
rules.
karma.
He did. He broke the rules, and he was punished. I didn't even have to do it.
That's fine. It was my freebie.
Yes. So, Dr. Carroll, trying to get your bearings in a foggy forest, and it's been about 20, 25 years. It's been a long time. There is a very subtle pull, as though from within, that tells you should be heading north and also slightly northwest. Though just how far you cannot remember. But you do know the tomb is built into the side of the mountains.
Very good. All right, folks. Well, I know we can head at least this way for a bit. Come along. We'll go to the side of the mountain here and see what we can find. Remember it like it was yesterday.
Sounds good. Do you think we're close, or do you think we still have days of travel?
I think there's a little bit of an incline. It'll take a little bit of time for us to get through. Assuming everything goes to plan, which you never know these days.
Never does.
It's true.
So let us press on.
So I'm going to leave a runt on the ground, and I'm going to jump up to the tree line with Bud.
Okay.
And we're going to follow along. And Runt and I have come up with a knocking sensation on trees, or noise, to signal if there's trouble on the ground or in the air, or trouble ahead.
In that case, Faraday, from up in the tree, make an awareness test for me.
9.
Okay. From up in the tree, you do get yourself out of the fog and the mist.
Mm-hmm.
So you do get a kind of clear view from up above. You can't see the ground particularly well, but you do see Runt's like little ears kind of bobbing up and down in the fog. For everybody else, it's probably up to your knees, depending on how tall you are. Fog reaches about knee height. Bud would probably be right in his element. There's just more of him around, just bobbing about. Huge swaths of fog. You don't notice anything particularly untoward as you're walking. It is a relatively quiet day. There is some bird song, but none particularly nearby. So you guys continue your trek through the fog.
Looking at the trees for like scratch marks, any sort of like predatory thing, seeing if anything's watching us from a distance within this fog.
There are a number of different scratches and claw marks in various trees. Doesn't seem to be a particular like method to the madness until you keep progressing further and further. And about every 6 or 7 trees, there is a series of claw marks that seems to make a sort of like almost diamond shape. But there are 3 lines that go crisscross and then rounding out into like a rhombus shape. And they are on the right side of the path, and then they would be a left side. And I say path, you guys are just walking through thick woods, but you can tell there's some degree of rational thought being put into where these marks are being made. to keep someone moving in a straight line.
I'm gonna point that out to the 2 book nerds to see if that means anything to them.
nerds.
Or
Hey,
especially Dr. Carroll.
Yeah.
Like,
Prepare to be boarded, nerds.
if you would know that that's like a scientist friend of yours that may have some sort of like tracking or like systematic way of like knowing where they're at.
Sure.
For better and worse, make an occult test.
Ooh la la.
Oh.
I will say T can jump in if you want to.
I got 16 plus 6, 22.
Hold on. +1.
23. Officially beating the target number of 15. Absolutely killing it. Yes, so Dr. Carroll, there are a number of ancient tribes, ancient civilizations that would use markings similar to this. They're very easy to do. You would mark the right side of a tree and then walk around the left side of it. And then the next time you were to make a mark the left side of a tree and walk around the right side of it. So you're blazing a trail, but you're also, if you were to be going off at an angle, you are correcting as you go. So you're kind of bouncing back and forth between these trees. The markings themselves seem to be delineating some degree of safe passage, and may be implying that to stray too far from this path would get you lost. Which is something that you do remember from your first time out. You had a guide with you who knew these woods very well.
Yes, these are safe markings for us to travel, passage through. I remember these from my last tour here. We should be able to move along.
Okay. Yeah, as you continue your marching forward, Carol, it's time to redeem yourself with another navigation test.
Yes.
Okay.
Now that
okay.
you're following the lines.
Okay. 19.
Oh, he redeemed himself.
Woo.
Okay. So, now that you know what to look for, the going gets much quicker. You guys are able to kind of ping pong and go, oh, there's the next tree. Oh, there's the next tree. And keep going. So I'll say it's later in the day when you finally can see where the trees start to lighten up. You get to a point where there is a natural indentation in the mountains, leading to kind of like a semicircle almost. Still very rough and craggy mountain. But you just see rock and mountainside. But you know that you're in the rough vicinity of where you should be. But the sun is beginning to set. It's probably like 5-ish p.m. You've got a little bit of time before you're in the dark. But right now you are at the mountainside.
And we don't know which way to
Somewhere,
go.
yeah, somewhere on this mountain, you know, once lay the door to the Tomb of Saint Hezekiah the Sage.
Is it on the floor or is it like up?
Let's see. It is on, so you can walk directly into it. It's not up. It was, at the foot of the mountain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it more of like a cave entrance, or is there like a big grand statues, like big extravagant?
Entryway.
Yeah.
Entrance.
Yeah. Well, the last time I was here, when I was 20 years younger, from what I remember, it was kind of a whittled out side of the mountain. And so there was a cave entrance, but very immaculately done kind of structures around it to denote its entrance. And can I pull out like my Galahorn or anything pieces to see if there's any signs?
Yeah, do you produce the Galahorn?
And does it give any indication of direction?
I don't know. Okay, so you produce the Galahorn. And there is a subtle, pulse through the fog around you. And the fog clears up. And you can see the sort of faint glow of footprints in the soft earth. They're like a very dull blue. And they begin to take steps. Before a subtle manifestation of light blue mist kind of swirls into a vague humanoid shape and walks into the mountain.
Cool.
For it kind of dissipates on the surface of the rock.
Does anybody want to try running into it?
No. Not in the slightest. I'm sorry.
Seen platform 9 3/4 it?
I'm down to try to touch it, but I'm not going to run full
Yeah.
speed. And
Yeah.
But it's a leap of faith, Adelaide.
Yeah, who's the one that just jumped into a well?
That was Callum.
Yes.
Oh, that's why
that
I
was-
did the little.
That was T,
look.
right?
Yeah.
Callum was like, "Oh,
Oh,
work
was
for
it? I thought it was
T."
Callum.
T
T
was.
did it, and I
Oh,
was
T
like-
did it
I
first.
know
Among
what I
the
was
science
doing.
kids.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know what I was doing.
Amongst
Okay.
the
All right, I'm
science
gonna
kids.
go up to where it disappeared,
Yes.
Nice.
and I'm going to feel the wall.
The wall feels like a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
You can contact it.
Yeah.
Does have a rocky surface.
Okay.
So I'll follow along and I'll bring the Galahorn closer to it to
Okay.
see if there's any unlocking happening.
You still see the like blue footprints, and like half of one is like in the mountain. So it looked like it just took a step and gone.
Is this mountain loose rock, or is it like straight up mountain ground? Like
It is, yeah.
solid
It's
ground?
like straight up mountain.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You're thinking like cave in.
I was
dig it
thinking
out.
like if somebody caved it in.
If we had those mole hands.
I know. There it is again.
Everybody makes fun of them
That's
all.
my goal. My goal is to now just haunt you with
I
time
know.
mole hands to be useful.
Now it's intentional. Now
Until
it
somebody
doesn't
takes the
count.
trait, and then it's
Once
we
you
never do it
take it,
again.
then everything is water. And you're like,
I should have
no!
taken webbed feet.
And then once you have all of them, then the
God.
world is your burrito. I can't stop you.
Were there traps in the tomb the last time you were here?
Absolutely. We barely got out of there. Let's see. My Galahorn, I can't like blow into it or anything, right? 'Cause
It
it's
is, you do have the mouthpiece of the Galahorn.
Oh, okay.
It
Well,
would just go.
You ever heard a mouthpiece on a trumpet? It's probably what it
Just
sounds like, right?
do with some oomph.
little soul.
Put some soul into it.
Okay. Yeah. Don't you dare toot it. Fool Dr. Doom toots as he pleases, as you toot the Galahorn. An inscription appears over where that spectral figure once walked.
I love riddles.
Yes,
I'm excited for this one.
I'm sure you do. Dr. Carroll, there are a series of glyphs carved above this door. I will allow history to attempt to remember from the last time you were here. Or occult to decipher them again fresh.
I'll do a history with my mastery.
Okay.
Nice.
I'll add another.
Whoa.
Yes, another.
And another.
9
Add 4 from my
plus
end.
6
So 15,
Nice.
19,
plus 5.
24.
That should
Okay.
Should cover
Yes.
it.
The inscription above the door when last you were here, which has not changed, it has just diminished, states motivation, discretion, honesty, empathy.
These glyphs I've seen before, and last we saw they look the same. They stand for motivation, discretion, honesty, and empathy.
The symbols will glow in time with you, invoking these feelings, these words, these emotions, these concepts. And they will glow red, yellow, green, and blue. As they read, sort of a prismatic beam of light will carve down the mountainside, dissolving a sort of false front, leaving the aforementioned very finely carved entranceway to the Tomb of Saint Hezekiah the Sage.
Shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Why the hell not?
Did you want to go back home?
I mean, when a magic doorway just kind of appears out of the side of a mountain, you kind of rethink your life choices. But now we're here. Let's do this.
So, Dr. Carroll, you open the door. The low light of dusk behind you will give way to a perfectly dark tomb. As decades of dust kind of rush out around your feet as the door very slowly kind of creaks open.
Mm.
There are a series of floor tiles marked with diamonds, that same rhombus shape. And there are even more that do not have that symbol.
Great. And do I remember if these are bad to step on or not?
This looks like the one outside on the trees, right? We're good to step on them? And I'll go to step on it.
Okay.
Unless you stop me.
I would stop Adelaide in a heartbeat.
Do you want to do it?
That makes the most sense.
Okay.
Go for it.
You step on it, and the tile depresses slightly,
Uh-huh.
and nothing happens.
And I'll play hopscotch across.
Okay. After
I'll
about,
follow after
if you get to about here,
Uh-huh.
there's no light. It is dark.
Oh.
So you will need a light source of some kind.
Mm,
I will light a torch and hand it to Bud, since Bud doesn't have to
Okay.
stand on anything.
That's smart.
So he'll just be floating around
Bud will
whoever's in
hold
the front.
torch. Okay.
So we can
So we'll
follow.
go ahead and put Adelaide to here. I'll have Bud floating next to you. And you're like, it's perfectly safe.
yeah.
Okay. As the torchlight kind of trickles through, you can see the far wall. And there's what looks to be a doorway. This doorway was here when last you were in the tomb, but you could not get it open. It would not budge. But as the torchlight sparks up, there were little pinpricks of light kind of on the far side of the room that as the torchlight hits it, will dissipate. There are columns in here, as represented by the columns that you can see. The doorway to the east side of the hall is where the tomb itself was. When last you were here, you have strong reason to believe that's probably where it will still be. But there is now a fallen column in front of it. And then to the western side, there is a collapsed chamber, which was open last time you were here. But you guys did not really plunder too much. There were many, many artifacts and relics that you were tempted to take. But knowing how the three view art and artifacts, it was best to not take more than you were sort of destined to have. Don't want to be wasteful. But there's the far side chamber door, and there is a path of tiles that is safe to traverse
Okay.
with these rhombus shapes. There are a number of others that have bone fragments and scraps of tattered cloth from presumably people that have come in here since and failed to exit because they did not follow the proper path, or perhaps were not aware. But there are a number of tiles that do have symbols on them that are not rhombuses. And many of those are the ones that are marred with bodies and
Blood.
things. Yes.
How
Teeth.
big are these tiles? I'm assuming it's bigger than a foot.
They
placement.
are genuinely 2 to 3 feet wide.
Okay, cool.
Carved grooved
So you could
tiles.
easily stand on one and have a little bit of wiggle room.
One person can stand on each at a time safely.
Yeah.
If there are multiples, you'll have to make kind of balance tests to make sure nobody falls.
It's kind of like Squid Game, guys. Come on.
Yes,
That's
Adelaide.
show.
I'm
That's
gonna
now
follow
canon.
you. I'm following right behind
Okay.
Adelaide on the rhombus tiles.
Okay. The downside for you is this column has collapsed on a number of tiles, and you could see a bunch of darts and some spears, and a big block has fallen from the ceiling onto some parts of this floor from where this column seems to have just collapsed from, potentially centuries of just degradation.
Does it look like these trap tiles fire multiple times or one time?
It's hard to say. You'd have to test.
Nah.
Not worth it.
Once everybody gets in, I'll wait for Callum to go in.
And I'll follow right behind Dr. Carroll
Okay.
and let Bud float freely.
Which way should we go? To the left, it looks kind of blocked off with rubble. To the right, there's a big column in the way, and it looks like it's hard to see, but I could keep going forward.
Yes, from what I recall, we didn't have time to navigate the left. I think it'd be good if maybe you could send Bud to do a little navigation to understand how far away we are from these things and if we can make it to the center.
To the center?
Yeah.
Okay.
If we can make it north.
Um,
What do you say, Faraday?
yeah, I can send Bud out. I'll just have Bud kind of float as far away as we can still see the light. And the light is still shining on us, so I don't know how far in that would be.
It will shed a nice, healthy glow of light for about 20 feet,
Okay.
and then a very dim light an additional 20.
Okay.
So you get about 40 feet of light from the torch.
Okay.
But it does make the shadows kind of dance along, and you can see... you can see a roof from in here. It does stretch up about 30 feet, and there are countless small, like, tube-like holes in the roof above a ton of these tiles, and there are very frayed old ropes that are holding large blocks of stone that just kind of gently sway in a very precarious manner.
That's not safe.
There is not currently an exposed path of safe tiles leading to the east. That column has fallen on at least 2 or 3 that were visible at one point.
So Bud will point to the east and just kind of like, to us, letting us know.
Yeah. You could try to scrabble across the column, but shifting weights on these
Could set off a
on
trap.
these tiles could put you in danger, yes.
Is that pillar made of stone, the one that's knocked over? I'm assuming.
Very, very big, heavy piece of stone.
Does
move
Bud
it.
see any safe passage going north?
North, yes.
So-
There is a direct line up to what would be just another big stone door with a kind of like prismatic sheen across the surface.
Okay.
Which from Carol's previous visit, you guys tried everything. You tried a pickaxe. Potentially your guide would have had it with him if you guys wanted to say you tried like dynamite to try to get through there.
Wow.
Nothing would dent it. So it is some degree of magically sealed and upkept door.
Okay.
But that did not contain the tomb. You were able to find Saint Hezekiah's body without going through there. So whatever's in there was something beyond what you were able to find.
Do you know what's further north, Dr. Carroll?
I don't. No one. I don't know anyone that's seen up there. But we do have more pieces now. Maybe that can unlock more for us that we didn't have possible before. I say we try north first, and if we can't get through, then we try to blow up this thing.
I'll turn to Dr. Carroll and ask him if blowing in the Gallarhorn again will potentially give us a safe passage with the footsteps.
We can try. I'll give it a blow.
That's a great
Okay.
idea.
Haunting noise in this
Yeah.
tomb.
Yes. So you do see again that same sort of spectral visage. It's a little unsettling. It's roughly the size of all of you, but it lacks any kind of defining features. It just looks like
Like a shadow.
a blue shape. It is emitting light though, and it does seem to have it does seem to lack a physical presence in the world as it moves across these tiles. It doesn't affect the dust or the weight of the tiles, or nothing shifts as it moves across. It does appear to be just like a projection almost.
Are the footsteps still illuminated? Like where he was?
Yeah, so they will trail across the safe
Okay.
tiles.
To
It just
the
walks through a pillar that you guys would have to go over.
I could
Maybe
jump
a little
over
bit.
these things
So
easily.
Faraday
You
could
float over.
Faraday
Yes.
could land. I mean, yeah, this is the end of sentence. Faraday could do it.
I'm going to be a little ballsy here. I'm going to light another torch, and I'm going to hand it to Adelaide.
Okay.
And I'm going to follow the footsteps and jump over the pillar in hopes that I don't set off a trap. And Bud's gonna follow me.
Okay. And land on a safe panel on the other side of the column, and you can see behind you those blue footsteps just trail as though that column wasn't there. So you see like half of one on this side and half of another, and it doesn't break stride and keeps going.
Did you make it okay over there?
I'm good.
Bud is, we'll say safely next to you, but kind of causing a light glow. But as for getting everyone else over there, it's going to be a bit of a hassle. Because if Faraday were to despair you over, one of you is going to be on an unsafe tile.
I'll shout to Dr. Carroll. Anything you remember about this room?
Thanks.
On the spot.
There's two big
Do
mallets.
you remember?
From what I recall, it was quite full of color. In the center of the room, there was a tomb that was pure white, the whitest thing I'd ever seen, and that was the Tomb of Saint Hezekiah.
If I follow the path, is it safe?
Yes, you should be able to follow the same route you're going.
All right, so Bud and I will
I don't know if there's anything beyond or if it's changed.
trek on through that doorway.
Okay. The other 5 of you will see the flicker of torchlight just kind of disappear around a corner.
Just gonna holster my gun. I'm gonna pull out my Wrangler's rope as a safety precaution in case I need to rope myself somewhere. I'm gonna follow some safe spaces to get where I can, and then just like quick hop to
Okay.
across.
It's going to be an agility test.
Yeah, I'm
Do
super good at these. Said no. Said not me.
Agility.
4.
Oh my god.
Total. Oh no. 4. Buck is like, if no one else will follow Faraday, I guess I will. And leap ever so gracefully and kind of like, just kind of impact right on the chest, start to scrabble up. Carol, T, and Adelaide are the next closest as Buck is kind of moved up to here.
Mm-hmm.
He ends up kind of in this position.
Okay.
As the pillar shifts, it begins to roll. I'll move you guys to where you would actually be, which is like roughly over here. The pillar shifts to here, revealing another safe space, but kind of colliding with the door frame that Faraday has walked through. And there's a big shift in the mechanisms, both above and below, as a huge boulder comes dropping down square onto the column, cracking it right in half. So Adelaide and Buck, you should make agility tests here. Before you roll, your target number is 15 to take no damage. Anything below that, you will take damage. Anything above, you'll take half. If you fail by more than 5, you're going to be pushed in a direction.
Okay.
As rubble collides with you. So now that you've rolled, Adelaide, how did you do?
Natural 1.
Okay.
9.
9. Okay. So Adelaide.
Adelaide died.
Adelaide, you take from rubble flying. You are relatively far away, but it's a low roll. You take 2 points of earth damage as a boulder collides into you, but you are pushed 5 feet this way, which staggers you onto a danger tile. Now we get to do the extra fun. You can make another agility test. You can make an agility test as well to try to
grab her?
pull Adelaide to safety.
Okay.
I have a +0 with no mastery.
That's how I'm rocking it too.
Anyone has mastery in agility?
No, I don't.
anyone
I do.
agile?
I do.
Oh.
Oh!
I'll throw mastery on for
Thank
you.
you.
Okay.
Thank you.
2.
That was a high number, and I watched it swap to something else.
Uh-oh.
Natural 1.
Natural one again?
It's a 9 for me to try to help, like, pull her, even if
Okay.
I pull her on
Went
top
from
of
a
me.
19 just went,
Okay.
no.
So T,
Yes.
I will say you can lessen the impact for Adelaide.
Okay.
So, Adelaide, as you stagger back, there is a sound of like as a bunch of darts and needles begin to plummet from the ceiling. T, in a moment of quick thinking, you just kind of reach out, grab Adelaide by the shoulder, and pull her in. I'll roll a lesser damage die than I would have.
Okay.
It's another 2. It's Sadly, you take 2 points of poison damage as a dart kind of pricks into you, and it just grazes the side. So there's no long-term poisoning, and also these darts have been here for a long time. Poison's not super fresh. You're not
Half-life.
like, oh, I'm dead.
Hasn't fermented for 200
Buck,
years.
however,
I did 9 on my agility.
being right in the middle of this whole thing,
Just like, ah!
yeah. Buck takes 11 points of damage as the boulder slams down and cracks the pillar,
That would have been more than half. man.
rolling it onto
yeah,
more
you're telling
danger
me.
tiles that no one is on, as 3 very long, heavy metal spears fall and groove into the stone below. Buck, you are able to land back here on a safe tile so you don't end up like spiraling into danger. But yikes. But the column has now cracked in half and you have a safe path through. But it is still going to be a test to get over the rubble without disturbing anything on either side. But there is also now a very large boulder right here. So it's still pretty treacherous. But Faraday, as you're walking through, you're like, okay, I'm just going to check out. And you're like, okay. There's now 2 halves of a pillar, and it's a little treacherous back there. We're going to do a slight adjustment to your map now.
I'm gonna yell while you're doing an adjustment to the map. Is everybody okay in there?
That hurt.
Well, I'm not going that way, and I'm gonna go. And I'm gonna go north.
2 of you see a very immaculate stone door with a nice prismatic sheen. It almost looks like the surface of oil when the light catches it just so.
I am going to press forward, but I'm going to shout, I am going to move towards, this is where the tomb is,
Mhm.
like
Yeah,
the casket or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to press towards the casket in the middle of the room,
Okay.
or in the room.
Yeah. Similar to out here, there is a safe pattern of tiles on the floor. And the torchlight will illuminate for Faraday a very large, well-preserved mural with a number of scenes depicting the life and times of Saint Hezekiah the Sage prior to their sainthood being granted. So you will see their crowning achievement was creating a translation device bridging the gap between Carcassoan and Sidran languages, allowing the 2 communities to actually speak prior to their big war for territory. But that is what officially landed them the title of both the Sage and Saint, was bridging that knowledge gap.
So I'll walk forward to, I guess, the casket, the mural.
Yes, it is a very large, white, almost like a marble plinth. Think in Coco, Ernesto de la Cruz, where he's got the big kind of mural type deal. And it's very similar.
I am just going to put my hand right on the marble casket, and
Okay.
just to see what happens.
Nothing incinerates you. You're not obliterated. But nothing sort of otherworldly occurs as your hand comes in contact with this sarcophagus. It just rests on the cool stone. I'll say as you're looking around the room, the far wall, I guess if you were in here, it would be your eastern side wall
Okay.
of this tomb is entirely that mural. But on the north and south walls, there are a series of slightly tarnished, aged brass tubes that are about 2 feet around. And there are 2 on each wall. But as far as like how to open that door, not necessarily in here. But there are like 4 brass tubes.
4?
Yes. So it'd be 2 on the north wall, 2 on the south wall.
I'm going to give a little shout and say there are 4 tubes in here. Dr. Carroll, have you guys tried moving these?
We'll say, what's a tube?
It's like some sort of cylinder.
Do I remember those? Is that a thing?
No.
I
But
don't.
to be fair, you were very focused on two things: mural, cylinder, and then rescuing Dodito from himself.
That's true. Good old Dodito. No, I don't recall those.
I might need 2 more of you guys in here if we want to try moving these. I'm curious if this opens the door.
Oh.
Good God, please no.
Yeah, the tubes are like laid into the wall,
Mhm.
and they just go back.
So you just push them?
No, like
Oh.
it's kind of like a
Like a
warp
chute?
pipe basically.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Just like through the wall.
Oh,
And
so
it
it's
just
like you
goes.
can go into it.
Mm-hmm.
You can crawl into
If
it.
you're daring enough, yeah.
Oh, I thought this was like a tube that you can like spin.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's
too.
what that's what I was.
No,
getting.
no, it's
Okay.
almost like yeah, it's like air vents almost, kind of leading back.
Oh.
And the light will bounce very nicely off the brass, and you
Mhm.
can see they do go down.
like into the ground.
So they're set into the wall, and then they drop off about 3 feet in, and they just go. So that'll buy everybody some time in the main chamber. What's everybody else doing?
We are at the door.
Yes, you are at the
Adelaide
door.
And T.
I'm talking up this
I'm there
door.
too.
Chat up that door.
And Dr. Carroll. Okay.
And it feels like your hand is passing over like a very light liquid surface almost, but your hand doesn't get wet. It's it's a very bizarre feeling of like kind of putting your hand on a ward. And you can feel like
Okay.
ripples across the surface.
T, do you think this could be some kind of barrier magic that is keeping this sealed?
Seems like it.
Excellent.
I'm also gonna push my hands through.
Look with your eyes, Adelaide. Did I shut your mouth when you're talking to me?
I'm also gonna put my
You
hands.
feel a similar sensation.
Okay.
But given your slightly more arcane ties, if you
Yes.
were to push much harder,
Okay.
you may activate the wards. But placing your hand upon the door will have no ill effects. But there are several different wards all in place upon this door. And if you were to, say, trigger them, they would have disastrous effects, starting with your flesh and going elsewhere beyond. The door is very
Wow.
well sealed.
Somebody does not want us getting through here.
But
No
you,
more pushing.
All right, I won't. But you could use your super strong magic to disperse this, couldn't you? I know you have it in you.
Hey, Drew.
First of
Yeah.
all, thank you.
Did you see that when there was no torchlight, there was lights
Put a
beaming
pin in it.
There were
into-
little tiny pinpricks on this door when there was no other light in the room.
Put away your torch.
There it is.
Oh,
Adelaide's like,
Yes, this is for real.
okay. I will extinguish it.
okay.
You've
Um,
been voted out of the tribe.
The tribe is
Go
spoken,
back.
Adelaide.
Get out.
Yeah, if you were to extinguish your torch, there are 5 very tiny, like filament thin pinpricks of light on the door right in front of you, which T, Adelaide, and Carol can see from there. Callum can see it because he's looking directly head on from where he's standing from the entrance. Even for Buck, you'll see like little teeny tiny slivers, but you're off center from it. So it's not like a perfect image for you.
Now,
Perfect, I'll just stay
is it
right where
is
I'm
the
at.
light source coming from the door, or if you look
It
around,
appears to
is
be
it
from
coming
beyond
from?
the door. Like a tiny little beads of light peering through like little pinpricks on this. Carol, make for me. This would be a history test.
15
15?
altogether?
Okay.
Okay.
As you stare at these filament threads, a very subtle rainbow sheen still dancing across the very dark surface of this door. It emits a very subtle bit of light that you're able to pick up on. And as you stare and stare at these very thin threads of white light, they appear almost as little stars in a perfectly dark galaxy. But the longer you stare, the more those colors begin to disperse and take certain shapes. The first of which that catches your eye is the shape of the mountain range you're currently in. And then you see some of that green light kind of disperse out, making the fields that you've traveled through to get here. And then there's a vast beige expanse of the Monowen Desert. You realize this door is showing you a map of Carcasso. And there are 5 points of light. One of which lies far to the north, which your history test is sufficient to tell you is somewhere in the vicinity of Reimreith Keep. Be a several days boat journey north. Not quite to New Siderland, still in Carcasso proper, but a hefty journey nonetheless. One is far to the east, which would place you roughly in the vicinity of the Arbiter's sarcophagus. Bit of a problem for anyone trying to navigate. Another is even further east. On the furthest eastern point of Sojourn's staff. The fourth of these is far to the northeast. It would be technically across the border of Carcasso into New Siderland. There is a thin veneer of tundra land that cuts through Arctic mountains. And right before a series of trees lies one of these points. And the fifth pinpoint is located where you currently are. The Tomb of Saint Hezekiah the Sage, nestled perfectly in that little mountain alcove. There is a spot where one of these lights used to shine that your eyes pick up on. Far to the south in the Monowen Desert. That seems to have, for one reason or another, been deluminated. Is no longer shining. But science tells you a piece was delivered to you from somewhere. You can presume. Perhaps it's this one.
Thanks, science.
But in the darkness, the rest of you see those little filaments of light and nothing more. But Dr. Carroll is able to see this rudimentary map of Carcasso.
This is remarkable. Can't you see?
The
Yes,
little lights.
So that's very nice lights.
The lights. Yes, the lights. It's a map of Carcasso. Can you make it out?
See
if I
this little
start-
point right
I'm-
here?
yeah.
Squint really hard.
Yeah, I'm squinting really hard too.
You gotta close one eye.
Kind of turn the head a little bit.
This tells us where all the parts of the Galahorn are. We know it now. We can find it.
So you just have to go to like that dot and that dot. Do you know where that is?
I'll say, yes, this one here is where we are at the Tomb of Saint H.
Okay.
You guys are on a nickname basis, are you?
And these are all to the east and the north.
Are these tombs you know about, Dr. Carroll? Is that why you can see this map?
Are they other tombs?
I don't know if they're all tombs. Some look like they could be.
Could be mines.
Could be mines. There's only one way to find out. But it seems like we need these almost to unlock this door. We need each of these pieces.
And the pieces, when put together, would lift this spell that sealed this door. Is that what you're thinking?
That's right.
Oh, you know it to be true.
I know it in my bones.
I like this confidence. What do you think's behind the door?
The end.
Times?
Like death?
The end?
I don't know.
The
end
end
of our journey.
of your story?
I don't know, but I know I need to find out.
Well, which one's the closest? I guess we can validate
This is true.
your theory.
Yes. Which one would be the closest, Drew? I should know this.
The closest one to you that would make sense to investigate would be the one at Reimreith Keep. as the Arbiter's sarcophagus, everyone knows, is an impenetrable crystalline dome that cannot be cracked or shattered and cannot be entered. So, if something were to be in there,
Good rub.
it lies beyond mortal ken getting within. People have been trying for decades. So Faraday in the other room, as all the lights turn off and you hear the muttering in the far space, as you climb out of the final tube, the fourth tube that you've looked into, you'll see a sort of blue phantom figure tracing its hand along the mural on the wall. And a few symbols begin to light up and glow. And there's a rumbling from the main chamber. As the lot of you standing in the main chamber, currently in complete darkness, will hear stones begin to scrape and crumble, several traps activating as a number of large rocks appear to be moving in the darkness. Faraday, you will see a frankly enormous creature appear in the doorway of where you are, as several large stones form into a multi-limbed stone golem.
Oh no.
As several stones begin to light up. The golem glows very brightly. It's almost too bright to stare at, fully illuminating the space that you're all in. And the light that emits from its chest stone is currently a bright red. I need everyone to roll initiative, please. Okay, so to start us off, Professor Carroll, you've committing this map to memory, jotting down a quick note in the dark of where to go before you even have time to say, hey, someone should maybe strike up a light. There's the sound of rumbling stone as a quadrolem emerges into this space, filling the room with a bright red light.
That's terrifying.
It is a 15-foot tall golem with 4 arms, currently wielding 2 spears, a sword, and a shield. The shield is enormous. It is that of a tower shield. The spear is similar to that which fell from the sky, and then the sword is just a long metal blade. But Carol, you're up first as you see this thing appear. It is glowing a bright red and currently has not taken a hostile action. It is just standing in the doorway.
Just hanging out. Okay.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
I guess, are we going for this? Can I send
It's up to you.
Dodito Asiago over that way?
When it comes to Asiago's turn, yes.
Oh,
But for
sorry.
now, just Carol gets to go.
He's glowing.
This is the first
red.
time I've split you guys up in
I see.
initiative, so it's
I'm
going to
not
be
sure
a learning
he's-
experience.
100% hostile.
Yeah.
He's glowing
The-
red.
Yes, the full
The
full red is
friendliest
glowing
red
red.
means motivation.
I'm just kidding,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
The
don't know if keywords mean.
If you're
anything
if you're
here.
at a loss for what to do with your tamers, you can always try to discern information about your foes.
Okay.
Or you can, there's also like the held action to
Or
where if
dodge.
something happens, then you can react to
that
whatever
thing.
you want that
Okay.
trigger to be.
Interesting.
You have options.
Okay.
Always options.
Can I move towards on a safe space, or I'm stuck with Dodito?
So
being
you
there,
can
huh?
move through the spaces with them. You guys just can't stop on the scene.
I see. Okay.
So yes, you could shimmy past Dodito because he's relatively small.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
So I guess I'm gonna move and try to get to closer to this position here. I go. How many spots does it matter?
You can move 6 total squares. So that would be
1,
4
2,
from there.
3, 4.
'Cause you gotta kinda,
and I'll
ping-pong.
stop here.
Okay. So you have a little bit of cover with the cracked stone pillar. You see this enormous quadrolem.
And then can I do I don't know, some type of understanding of this creature, what his motivations are?
You absolutely can.
Keyword.
This would be occult or religion for you
What do I have
to
here?
decipher these. Alternatively, you could do like intuition if you just want to see if you can get a read, but that is a much, much more difficult test because it is an expressionless
Okay.
golem.
What are you doing?
I'm going to go for religion.
All right.
Do you have mastery in that?
I don't.
Okay,
but
I'll
I'm-
help you.
Okay.
Okay.
What is that? 16 plus 6?
+5,
Plus
baby.
5? Ooh, that's nice.
27.
So that is
My
a
5
natural
did
higher
not
than
matter.
20. So, observing this this being in front of you, quadrolems are by nature extremely protective, but normally quite docile unless their worship site is defaced or threatened.
It's because you win the dude.
At which point they will
Probably.
destroy every interloper and defend their territory. Studying this thing and knowing as much as you do about the three and how much time you have spent studying them, colors have meaning, and various wards that they would place would have a similar effect. So, what you're able to glean is that red has meaning in this moment and must be met with a certain condition to disarm. But failure will result in retaliation from the quadrolem, where
Okay.
success will simply be seen as a passing of a specific test.
I don't know
Yeah.
where to go.
So I can give you a lot, but not too much specific, but also
Yeah.
more than maybe is necessary.
Okay. Great. Love it. I guess I will end Dr. Carroll's turn there at
Okay.
that point.
Okay. Next would be the quadrolem, which
Damn.
stands in that space, and then we'll proceed to the center of the chamber,
Oh.
Gasp.
where it stares.
Asiago.
One of its heads stares straight towards Callum, the other head stares back towards T, and it takes no hostile actions.
Okay.
It simply has all of you in view now, ignoring Faraday because you were in another chamber when it assembled. So you are technically hidden from this thing for now. Faraday's like, I slide down the tube.
I'll take my chances
I
with
put
falling.
I put a pillow in my backpack and I slide down the tube. Buck, you're up next.
Do you share said information?
Yeah.
You
with
absolutely can.
Okay.
We are in initiative.
Yeah.
We are not in combat yet. You are just going in initiative order because depending on who does what will determine what happens to whom.
Buck is just going to reholster his rifle after it was like pointed at this ginormous golem. He's going to kind of put his hands up and then look down at the floor and begin to kind of like back up, showing this thing that his intent is to leave without taking anything or doing anything harmful.
Okay.
And
Greg,
if somebody could move me just 30 feet out.
You're going to get to like here?
Yeah, and I'll tell Styx to do the same, and I swear to God, if he attacks, I'd be pissed.
Imagine I just
You're on
make,
your own,
I just make
Styx.
Styx attack. I'm like, Styx will go for it. You're like, I didn't tell you to do that. Fizz.
Fizz is just gonna sit on my shoulder.
Okay. That easy enough.
Okay.
Bean.
Bean is gonna just run and hop through it
Hop, 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 hop. Okay.
and get up to Callum.
Okay. Bean retreats from the middle of the chamber back towards Callum at the entrance to the chamber, running past the quadrolem, which allows you to pass without issue. It allows you through. That was Bean. T.
Okay. I'm just gonna be like, I'm not here to deface anything,
Okay.
and I'm gonna walk on the safe path past it.
Okay. You would have. I guess Fizz is not there. You could squeeze by Adelaide, but both of you will need to make an agility test.
You have to wait for me. I go first.
I'm gonna pull Adelaide to where I am and then go.
Okay. You'll have the same
So
problem.
rude.
Adelaide, move.
You're gonna
Yeah.
make me roll a
I
check
will-
to
you know what,
take
I'll
more
say-
trap damage?
If you're going to swap places because you don't have Despairier, I'll say you can use an action and Adelaide can use her reaction to swap spots. If you want to do that.
Or you could just let me go first.
Okay. Well, instead, I'll be like, Adelaide, my plan is to leave, so you better move it.
Okay. Leading us to Faraday, who, from the position that you're in, the tubes begin to rattle.
Oh,
That's scary.
yeah, I'm not gonna move.
I swear to God. I will push you onto the danger tile.
But
I will be
Faraday,
like-
it is your turn.
Give you to the golem.
Gives you to the golem. Ooh.
Sacrificial lamb.
I want to leave, but I also want to
Know what's coming out of the tubes.
that. But
me too,
I
me too, yeah.
also want to know.
Actually, yeah.
I also want to know what those glyphs mean.
Well, the only time will tell. They are written in a language that, as far as I'm aware, only Dr. Carroll has studied. So Carroll would have to get over there.
Can do it.
But what you do
time.
next is up to
He
you.
helps me.
I'm gonna walk over to the mural and I'm gonna sit down and
Okay.
pray to Saint Hezekiah.
Okay. Give me a religion test. Oh boy.
Let's see. How's your religion? I got 2 masteries left.
Oh,
I actually have a -1 in religion.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
bigger.
I got you, fam. I got 1 left after this, so no one else
8.
can mess up.
So 7.
Wow.
Hold on.
Plus.
4. 11.
Okay. 11. So nothing changes, but it's a good effort.
Bird, bear, worm.
You are in literally in the tomb of Saint Hezekiah. If there was ever a time that they might respond to a non-believer, now's as good a time as any to try. But there is currently no shift in the environment, no change in the behaviors. Rolling up out of the tubes. I'm going to use this blank notebook paper, put it over there. From one side over here and another over there.
The boys.
2 smaller versions of that same large golem will come rolling out. And they will come rolling through the door past Faraday into the main chamber.
So sneaky.
They
Can't
roll past
see
here.
it.
White shadow.
Well, it's more that he is knelt in prayer, and
Oh.
these two are
They respect that.
acting to a call. So, that's the duolems. It's now Asiago. Asiago, you are very close to a very big problem.
Okay. Can Asiago, avoid this guy? Let's see.
Yes, because he is tiny.
Hip hop.
Currently,
Hip hop.
the Quadrolem has made no effort to stop your Riftkin companions from moving past it in either direction.
Hip
No, you
hop.
didn't stop Buck.
I wasn't near.
Buck was
Yeah,
not
Buck
near
was
him.
on
Oh,
Buck
you
was
weren't.
over
Yeah.
off to
Can
the
I
eastern side.
share a spot with one of these?
You can share a spot with either of them because all
Okay.
3 involved creatures are tiny. They won't literally fit on the same spot, but you can do that.
Can I
Itty
share a spot
bitty.
here? I don't know
Yes.
who that's with.
Yeah, bird squad.
Rule-wise, yes, you can share the space, but physically the bases are wide enough that no. But yes, that is possible.
Okay.
Okay. So Asiago, you're like, just sneak past you. Just gonna sneak on
Gonna
through.
get out of here.
It's Adelaide.
Perfect. Adelaide
Oh god.
is gonna move
Holds T by the shoulder, goes, "We're not leaving.
here
You and I, we're staying here forever.
as close
I'm
as
the
I
Jonkler now."
as close as I can get to the quadrolem
Yeah.
without being on a dangerous tile.
Okay. You are not on a dangerous tile. You
Hey.
are in range of all of the weaponry.
Yeah, that's
But
understood.
it's not going to stab you yet.
Yeah. Okay.
That is a dangerous
Just
tile.
gonna stare at it and taking a hint from T, look at it and just say, "You're doing a really great job. This tomb is so well protected, and keep it up."
I think that's sarcastic.
Roll for sarcasm. No! I didn't mean it!
Not like that.
Okay.
It's just my face.
There is no response from the golem.
Okay.
It simply maintains, and a bright red gem glows in its chest.
Okay. I can't get past it, though, so that's as far as I'm
You are
getting.
correct. It is currently blocking safe passage.
Oh,
It is preventing...
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
That is the purpose of its positioning, is to be in the middle of the room, to respond to any problems. That was Adelaide. We have Bud. Callum, you're on deck.
Bud is going to use Spectral Shroud on Faraday.
Okay.
But as Bud floats over to Faraday, there is a sadness in his eyes, knowing that he did not receive a call from Saint Hezekiah.
Noted.
Fair.
One and done.
Yep.
Well, I've tried. It's all right. It was a good thought, though. Okay, so Callum, you're up.
Callum is just nervously watching. He's
Okay.
so uncertain as to what's going on and what he can do to help that he is frozen in fear.
Totally fair.
His
On
freeze.
on initiative count 10, the door will seal shut,
Nice.
and falling from the roof, landing on a bit of rubble,
There was my chance.
two very
It
small
was your chance.
two very small sololums will arrive from the doorway and will appear behind T as well.
So am I inside or outside?
You are in the tomb. As the door just...
Well, I'd rather be inside
Nice
with everybody.
try, fuck.
Yeah.
You just leaving out, just you and
Yeah.
Drew.
There
playing.
was
Just like,
yeah.
all right.
There was a round
Back
where
to Maria.
where Carol, Callum, and Buck could have left.
Now that I ditched these freeloaders.
Yeah.
my job's done.
Nice and clean. the mountain just reappears. Sorry. Red Tail.
Red Tail is gonna jump up to where Styx is and let out a mewling cry.
Okay. So sharing a space there. A mewling cry.
Yeah.
that do
So
again?
that would be Styx being Asiago. I don't think Fizz is in range of me. But everyone gets an additional die of damage on their next attack.
If
Okay.
it targets Quadrolem specifically.
Correct.
Okay. Very good, Red Tail. Your mewling cry echoes through the chamber and becomes a very forlorn and somber sound as it trails down. Faraday, you'll hear it echo off the tubes.
I am motivated to fight.
Sticks.
Damn. I mean,
Don't do it.
why not? Yeah, in similar vein to Red Tail, Styx will take his stick and hook it to the inside of his mouth and just rip the stitching, and he'll do a crow scare on the Quadrolem.
Okay.
Wait, on the Quadrolem?
Yeah, because it's 10 feet. It's the only thing there.
Okay. All hostile creatures must begin an intuition test against your influence test or
Yep.
become frightened of you.
Good God, man. Oh, wait, I got mastery in it. Jesus. 9.
Okay. 17.
Good God.
Quadrolem
I don't know, guys.
stares down at Styx,
Yeah, that's fair.
who goes, Quadrolem will stare down towards Styx and just
Fair enough.
Styx, make a might test. It's a
Yeah.
might contest, more specifically.
Well, natural 18 minus 2, 16.
Okay. Natural 7 plus 3 for a 10. So, it
Just
attempts
grabs
to
on his
just
finger.
flick you away, and you just dig your stick like, oh! There's no damage to you. It was more meant to send a message, but it was going to send you tumbling into a danger space.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
At which point, these Sololums all draw tiny swords and click on their shields and point at Styx. who has now officially taken a hostile action.
Yep.
Okay, anyways. That's Styx. We're back at the top. Carol! Good luck, Godspeed. You're next.
So,
We're here for you.
if this guy's about motivation, I think I would want to engage with him to show that my motivation's good. I don't know a way to do that.
We need to
Also,
demotivate
good is
him.
relative,
Look how
Dr.
motivated
Carol.
you are.
I
Let
tried
me-
to pray.
Allow me to
Tried
disconnect something for you real quick.
Oh.
You can disconnect the colors and glyphs of the outside to the colors and glyphs on the inside.
Oh.
Those are the 4 tenets of the 3.
Okay.
But now that you are inside, colors have different meaning.
Oh.
So
So
allow me to
red
disconnect
mean
those
it's
4 keywords.
Angry.
So red doesn't link with motivation anymore, so on
Correct.
and so forth. Okay.
Yes. Red is not necessarily motivation.
Oh.
Red may or may not correspond to a certain affinity. That is the only hint I will give for now. But now that things will actually start attacking,
Oh, God.
I will give you a hint of how to proceed.
Am I the only one with fire?
I think so.
Yeah, dude.
Damn it. Okay.
Okay. How do we want to play this?
You tell
I
me.
don't want to
I
engage.
Are we supposed to try
It's
and go this
Too
way?
late for that. We're sealed in here.
To alleviate any concerns, because this is I'm doing something I haven't done maybe ever. This is not a HP race to the bottom fight. This is a puzzle.
Yeah, I understand
Puzzle
that.
encounter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't worry about how are we going to kill it, because you're not.
Yeah, I
Right.
get that.
Okay, just so that's out there.
I'm just saying
Yes.
that I'm stupid.
Oh. Well, we're all about positivity here. on the
There's-
Boarding
That
Party
just
channel.
means you can only go up.
I see.
Hey.
Is there...
Stop
God.
digging! No!
Even if I hit bedrock.
That's where the diamonds are.
Are there... is there a rock above this guy
But we're not HP.
that is setting on a trap?
He's currently on a safe tile.
Okay.
So no, but there are some in this vicinity
Yeah.
that are as yet untriggered.
Okay.
You got it?
And just cool them off.
Yeah.
Hey, loser!
Hey, it
cool
looks like
off.
it looks like you're a little heated. Let me help. Step off.
Step on me, please,
Wow.
please, right here. Step on
Okay,
me.
I guess I will hold.
Okay.
Yeah,
What would you like to hold?
Your action?
Your action-wise,
yeah.
what would you like to hold?
What is that?
You want to shoot something if something happens? Do you want
Sure.
to take notes if someone is dismembered on how they do it?
I mean, that would be helpful.
Yeah,
to
you can
know.
take any singular action,
I
but you
see.
can hold it for later. Just uses your reaction to then use it.
I see. Yeah, I'll have my... I guess... What do I have? A revolver.
You do have a revolver.
Ready in case there's an attack.
Okay. Alrighty. The Quadrolem. The gem in its chest will flip inside and then flip back out, and the light in the room changes to orange.
Changes to orange.
Yes. So there's now an orange light. But otherwise, it takes no hostile actions. It just stares down at Styx. It's like... But doesn't attack. Just
Jesus.
switches the gem to orange.
His motivation isn't as strong. Fading.
We're
But-
wearing them down.
Buck looks at Six and goes, "What are you doing?" And he's gonna point his rifle and he will desummon
Sticks.
Sticks.
Pull Styx away.
Yeah.
Nice,
Okay.
nice, nice.
Styx will dissipate.
Yeah.
That's good.
There's a
Buck just holds up and goes,
it's like
"My bad."
a cracking and popping sound as Styx just disappears. Okay. Fizzleton.
What?
Fizz.
Orange?
It is now orange. Again, if you are at a loss of what to do with your characters, you can try to intuit more about your enemy.
Yeah, but this is Fizz.
Yes,
Fizz
but just
ain't
because
intuiting.
T and then Faraday and then Adelaide and Callum are all
'Kay.
still to come. So don't be afraid to ask questions during
You can
your turns.
hold it
Yeah, I'm gonna
till
have.
T.
I'm
can-
gonna have Fizz hold
Okay. What are we holding?
a water burst.
Okay. And what is your trigger?
If
T gives a thumbs up.
It can be that.
okay, yeah.
You can be like, if on T's turn,
yes, if Fizz
you learn
gets-
something.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Totally
Okay.
fair.
Okay.
That's what I want to get you guys in the habit of.
So that's
'Cause
what
you can.
That's what it'll be.
You don't necessarily have to act during your turn. You're just limited later. So you won't be able to
Okay.
move or anything, but you can
Right.
still get to hold your actions.
Okay.
BN.
um,
We'll take Sticks out of here. We'll put Red Tail where he actually is.
in an attempt to
course.
learn, Bean is going to get close underneath the Quadrolem
Yeah.
and try to absorb some energy.
Okay. We will do.
It's a vibe check.
Yeah, we'll do a thing about it. So he's capable of absorbing
Incoming
damage
as a
as a reaction.
Yeah.
I will say as an
we'll wait.
action if you want to try to siphon, or if you want to just see what happens.
I'll if you'll allow it, I'll take it.
Okay. We're gonna do your influence versus its influence. We'll say who's influencing the energy better.
Okay.
Versus its
Oh, how'd
critical
you do?
thinking skills.
18.
This went from 9 to 19.
Oh.
So Fizz, you attempt to, Bean attempts to siphon some energy out, and the Quadrolem is quite stalwart in the defense. But it was really close. It was 9, and then it went 19, and you gave me a look like you had rolled a 3, and you were just waiting to deliver bad news. But it was actually a good roll.
It was.
Now I'm sad.
It's all right.
Well, Bean, it was a good try. T.
Mm-hmm.
You're all the like arm hairs and stuff are standing on end. You got like goosebumps right now.
Goosey bumps.
Yeah. Goose. Quite goosed.
Can I do? Okay. The two now that Styx is gone, the two
Yes.
by me. What are they doing now? They did. They just, like, drop
their
their
swords are
stance?
still out. They do still appear to be in a somewhat hostile
Okay.
nature.
And if I move towards the door, what do they do? I'm going slow. I'm not doing steady movements, but if I start walking towards the door, what do they do?
Are you moving towards the door?
Yeah,
Okay.
slowly
Okay.
as I watch them.
Okay. So you move to the door.
Yep.
They don't do anything yet.
Are they looking at me?
It's hard to tell. They have
Okay.
very like expressionless statue-like faces.
I know, but do the heads turn? Are they like?
No,
Okay.
not particularly.
Can I do a golem history check?
You want to try to discern information about these?
Yes.
What in particular do you want to look at in here? Because you can currently see two different kinds of golem. You've got
Yeah.
the Quadrolem in the middle. You've got the Sololems
And-
to your left and right.
Okay, can I discern if these little ones are listening to commands from the big one, or is that obvious?
That is quite obvious.
Okay.
Yes.
So it really doesn't matter what the little ones care about because they're under his influence. All right, the big one then.
Okay. What would you like to try to discern?
What triggered it coming out? Like, why is it suddenly? Because we've been in here.
Yes.
So, like, what suddenly makes it think that there's a threat?
Okay. For that, do an arcane test.
Okay.
Don't forget your mastery dice.
Oh yeah.
You're a witch. You've got mastery in.
16.
Okay, that's
Really good.
You were like,
She's
oh,
so upset about
I'm
a 16.
so mad. I want to add one. I want to add at least two.
Okay.
Come on.
Given what just happened, it's presumably the fact that someone has discovered the secret of the door.
Okay, so
And
we
that
just
there
have
is
to
a
kill
map
Dr.
on the
Carroll.
surface.
It's fine.
Just kill Dr. Carroll and we can get out of here.
Okay.
That is what pulled the Quadrolem together.
Okay.
But there is a notable missing piece in this room, and that is that one of the large boulders that had fallen from the ceiling and cracked the stone column in half is making up part of this quadrolem. Which is to say, most of the fallen stone pieces in here have correlated into this large golem.
Okay.
Which means it's been dropping pieces of itself onto interlopers. For decades.
Yeah.
Maybe longer. But yeah, you are able to discern that, yes, interacting with that door in the darkness and revealing that there is a secret seems to have activated this quadrolem.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to share that, but
Okay.
I don't know how we can communicate to it that because we do plan to act on this information.
Yeah.
I can't be
Let
like, we're
me-
not going to do
Okay.
anything with it.
Let me help you. You will have to do something to the golem. This is not a like we're totally chill.
Yeah, we are chill though.
I want this to be aware when we get to initiative count 15, the duoloms will be acting. When we get to initiative count 10, the sololems will be acting.
Okay.
So, again, I'm not trying to be like, I tricked you into using your turn to learn information. But
Yeah.
so that it's out there, like, I want to help you as much as I can because we're going to start getting to a point where people are going to start getting hit.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
I
You
have an
will
idea,
will
but I
have
think
to
Carol needs to do
you will
it.
have to hit the quadrolem several times in very specific ways.
Oh.
That you are able to discern. The light of the gem is your clue. But that'll be T's turn for now.
Okay.
Faraday. And then the duoloms are up. But Faraday, Bud is floating all around
Didn't
you, and
give
he's
the
like,
thumbs up.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Now we gotta figure out where to hit first.
I will stand up and I will say the gods have truly abandoned the Monowans.
Wow.
That one.
And I will proceed safely through the corridor.
Okay.
I was about to do something really stupid, and I was going to open up the sarcophagus or whatever to see what was in there.
Why not?
But I felt like that
At
was a
this
really dumb
point-
idea.
Yeah.
I mean,
Draw him in there.
Ain't
Then
somebody did it a couple decades ago and found a horn.
Ain't no rest of the wicked, baby.
But he was like a pretty chill guy. He was universally beloved.
As far as we know.
Yeah. What, were you alive 800 years ago? No.
So however far that can get me,
Yeah.
I'll move up
I mean, you could get like
to the
you're
doorway.
probably,
Probably
like 15 feet in there, so you
Okay.
could get to here, and then you would be blocked by these two, but you could fly over and land on a safe tile. Could do it.
Yeah, I'll fly over on and land on a safe tile with Bud.
Okay. You'd be right here. And we'll put Bud right next to you in a safe space. Okay. Faraday, you're now bathed in a very bright orange glow in this room as you re-enter the main chamber.
Oh. And the golem is orange, right?
Yes, the golem is the one that is emitting this bright light. Okay.
Do we know what affinity is orange?
My only best guess would be Earth.
No, I thought maybe storm.
Desert. I wonder if
I was
it's.
thinking radiant.
Whoa.
Wow, we were all
I
over.
would,
We are all
if
over
I'm
the board
glowing
here.
orange, is it basing it off of? Well, then nobody glowed red, right? No
Well,
one
you're
was
just
glowing red.
I think you're glowing orange because of the reflection.
Yeah.
Is it the reflection?
So,
Okay.
so if we're assuming that it's the colors red, fire, blue, water, yellow, storm. Oh, but then they have the green for plant. But if it's orange, assumption would be either radiant or earth.
Radiant seems right.
Can try.
Yeah, I don't know.
What a.
We mix motivation with discretion.
Has nothing to do with that.
Okay, what's the complimentary
Technically speaking,
to
a
Red and
slingshot sling would be orange, right? That would be earth, right? I'm technically throwing an earth attack at it.
Never know. until
hit
you
it with the
try.
rock.
You want to try?
Do it. What do we got to lose?
hit him in the
We're
gem?
stuck in here.
Hit him
Right
in
in the gem. Hit him right in
Yes.
the family jewels.
Right in the gem.
Right in the marble gooey. You want to try it?
All right, let's go for it.
Do it,
All
buddy.
right. Give me an attack roll.
Dude, roll a 20.
Get an attack roll, buddy.
Come on.
Go big.
Come
So 11.
11? Okay. It does ping right off the chest piece. A
Okay.
little stone. No notable change, but a slingshot is fast. You could try again.
Do it again.
Here goes.
Oh, that's cocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll it
Reroll
again,
it.
unless it's a 20.
Oh, it landed on the number that it was cocked on anyways, so 17.
He's rewarded with a hit. 17 will hit. So go ahead and roll me some earth damage.
Keep
Oh, it's
mind-
actually a D4. My
yeah,
bad.
Yeah, and you don't add anything because this is like
Yeah.
a bonus.
To 1.
1. Okay.
It's the perfect
So-
test amount of damage.
Yep.
So here is
Oops.
a potentially very painful hint.
Uh-oh.
As earth strikes orange, the golem pivots, turns aside, and stabs Faraday with a spear. Faraday takes 10 points of earth damage.
Oh.
And the gem immediately flips to yellow.
Oh.
What does that mean?
Now we do Earth.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have
Um,
to do the typing that we're thinking, like the affinity that it's weak against.
That's what I said
Yes.
5
If
minutes
you-
ago.
Yeah.
So now that Faraday has been your guinea pig, if you hit it with the affinity that matches the gem, the damage is reflected back at you.
You die.
So
Que-
just as long as it's
question-
not the same one, you're fine.
Do not hit earth with earth.
Yeah.
That's all we know.
Question.
Do not hit yellow with whatever yellow is. Yes.
On the damage.
Yeah.
Is Bud resistant to Earth?
Because
I technically share
I will
resistances.
find out for you.
Good question.
Because I would love to take less damage
Good
if I can.
question.
I'm chill with the 10, but
He's vulnerable to
vulnerable. Oh, I should have
But-
said nothing.
I shouldn't have said
But-
anything.
it. That's okay. But yeah, nothing
Well, actually,
changes because it's hitting you and not-
actually we share
yeah.
damage resistances.
Yes, you
not-
don't share vulnerabilities. You just share resistances. But
Ow!
Wow.
yes.
And technically, since he struck me, I get to use Guardian, but I don't think that's a smart idea. I can hold that, right?
You
I don't-
can. Yeah, Guardian is if it hits somebody other than you.
Well,
you
he's
can-
wrapped around me, so
Yes,
And a
if
spectral shroud.
Quadrolem hits someone other than you. But right now
So
he's
yeah,
targeting.
so he hit
Faraday.
Faraday. So so then Bud can hit.
Bud could hit, yes, but it's up to you.
not going to.
I don't know.
Bud's gonna hold off on that.
Okay.
Not understanding what's going on.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. The duolems will roll into the center of the chamber. Let's see here.
Oh, I'm not afraid of some rocks.
They all go for tea.
I am immediately
okay.
afraid of rocks.
So, the duolems will actually kind of like bunch up together right here. One will stay in front of the other. This one is going to lob a bright purple arcane globule right here. And it is a bombardier.
Great.
So Carol, Redtail, Bean, and Asiago are all on the menu. But it is a single roll for the lot of you. It's a 7. There's a bright purple, like, arcane fireball that lands right next to you. Just goes,
Nice.
uh,
Try.
Bean, if you want to.
Hmm.
Arcane is available
I'll take it.
as a damage type. Okay. That's the duolems. Asiago. Bright yellow, big golem glowing in
Come
front of
on.
What
you. Two
is yellow weak
smaller
against?
golems.
Great.
It's Earth. Okay.
Yeah, we should be good. Okay, I will try. Can I do? I'm in distance, I think.
Uh-huh.
Beak buffet,
Who do you want to hit?
the big guy.
You hit the big guy with the beak buffet?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me attack roll.
Okay.
Do it.
The armor
Come
class
on,
on the
come
big
on.
guy is 15 to expedite math.
9.
9. Okay. You throw a beak buffet out there. Doesn't quite connect. It's a very big guy. He probably like bonk right into the kneecap of it, and it just doesn't really flinch. Big stone golem. Okay. It's a good try though, Asiago.
Thanks.
Adelaide.
Adelaide is just gonna try to short bow the smaller guy.
Okay. When you say smaller,
The duolem.
relatively or
duolem.
Okay. Which one?
The
One has a big
closest
shield
to
and one has like a staff.
the staff.
Okay.
One has an impenetrable shield, and then the other one open up.
What I'm saying is they have styles.
6 on the first
Okay.
roll.
Yeah.
2 on the second.
Okay. 2 arrows. You're like, all right, knock the bow. I remember, and hold it down. Oh, whoops!
I don't do
Somehow
well
lands in
under
my
pressure.
knee.
It pings right off. One hits Carol, the other one hits Faraday.
No longer an adventurer.
Just shot both of them. Just, oops. Okay. That was just a paranoia check. Bud, you're up.
So yellow is only weak against earth.
Not
Not
necessarily.
only. There's other things.
We are presuming an awful lot.
Yeah.
I'm making an assumption here.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes that's all you can do, though. Is that
But you know what
Not
assuming
me.
does? Makes an ass out of you and me.
We're all a bunch of asses in here.
You could just hit it and see what happens.
Well, my attack is an undead attack.
It's alright.
Or actually, it's arcane.
But it's not yellow.
But it's not yellow.
Yeah.
Or it's not storm, which we think is what it is. So.
Storm weak to arcane? No.
I'm like, memory banks. I was like, I don't think so.
No, storm resists.
Yeah.
Remind me, when Bud is using Spectral Shroud, using Psygrain won't interrupt Spectral Shroud?
It will.
It will?
Yes, if he takes an action other than Spectral Shroud will fade.
He's just going to continue using Spectral Shroud then.
Okay. Bud continues shrouding the Faraday. Callum.
Callum. Yeah, Callum is going to take out his sword and try to get the guy that's on that ledge right up next to him.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
Nice stab in there. Come on.
13.
13 hits.
Yes.
Stab him right between the stones.
Come on, Callum. Right between the ghoulies.
Right between the stones.
Right in the ghoulies.
1.
Oh my.
1?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to hit him again, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's the spirit.
4 to hit, though.
Nah, you
The
didn't
spirit's
mean it.
gone.
Didn't mean it the second time.
No.
1 point of damage to the Sololum.
Nice.
It's looking rough.
Yeah. For us.
So 2 health.
They are,
It's bloodied.
These are minions. So yeah, Callum, you go, have at you, and there's like a scrape as the cardboard strikes the side of the stone, as though like metal was scraping across.
Oops.
Rocks. Hey, you're sharpening your
The
sword.
Sololum.
He's a whetstone golem.
Yes, the Sololums in turn. There's going to be 1 attack against Callum.
Come at me.
Crit.
Uh-oh. Critical fail. That misses.
Yep.
That is 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Thankfully, Callum and not Adelaide.
Yes. 1 attack at Buck, being the nearest. That'll miss.
I'm sorry, this was the tiny guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Teeny tiny guys. 1 guy at T.
That's just rude.
It's only an 11 to hit you. It's on the cusp. I don't think it does.
Nope,
but
it doesn't.
Okay. And then the other one is going to move up. It's going to try to stab Adelaide.
Wow. Can I have Fizz react in that moment? Snap and have him do the water on that
You
guy
wanna shoot
before
that
I can
little guy?
stab Adelaide? Yeah.
Yeah?
Because I can see. All
That'd
right.
be pretty sweet.
Okay. So
That'd
I'm
be
gonna
incredibly good if you hit.
I will do that.
Okay.
I will hit.
Be
I snap my
incredibly-
fingers and Fizz takes action. Oh, mama.
Oh, mom.
Unnatural 20.
Yeah. Unsurprisingly.
Okay.
Please roll an additional die of damage.
Sick. Can I get another?
What?
Thank you.
Sure. Got it.
Come on. Double whammies.
Is it higher than 3?
Yeah, 7.
Okay.
7.
Okay. Then this one, as it breaks line of sight around the corner. Fizz, you have a beautiful mind moment where you just go, Adelaide, look out! As it's coming to stab Adelaide, she's like, I can't get the bow just right. It just deletes, and Fizz just goes,
Okay, is this technically the big one in a 15-foot cone?
what do you mean?
Because it says all creatures.
You were aiming.
I will
that way.
say to save Adelaide, if
Okay,
you
don't
hit
do
him,
that.
you would
Okay,
be hitting
okay.
Adelaide
I
as well.
won't.
You almost hit me.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, I won't do that.
You're pushing your luck.
All right.
You're pushing your luck, Fizzleton. You're pushing your luck. Just kidding. I don't actually I would have given it to you, but you would have to shoot Adelaide to do that.
Yeah.
And I don't think you
we all
want to
know
do that.
she's squishy.
Yeah. So that's
can't take a hit.
that's the fourth of the Sololems. Red Tail.
All right.
You're up.
Red Tail is going to do a illuminating leap
Okay.
at the big guy.
At the big guy.
At the big
Do
guy.
it, Red
Big
Tail.
guy. So we are doing radiant damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
18 to hit.
Hits very nicely.
We're going to do 2d6 because of the mewling cry.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, I'm adding 5. I'm just making sure I've factored in all my things.
Yes.
I apologize.
No worries, Carol. You're on deck.
Hey Drew, can you do
Yeah.
me a favor? Can you update Bravo's sheet for his to hit and damage? Because his vitality went up.
Hit vitality never factors
I
damage.
thought it did. Well, because
No, we
that's
split
how
it.
That's how it did it before. Because how's
We-
it a +2 when he doesn't have it too?
You're on to something. It should be a +1. Uh-oh. Hold on. I'll change Bravo. Because we split vitality and might so
Yeah.
that they can't do both.
Yeah, that's where I was confused.
Yeah.
I was like,
We took it so that vitality isn't just like the best stat ever.
yes.
Because then everything would just have vitality.
Yeah.
Vitality just does HP and AC,
yeah.
but never your attack. Where your
That's what I
attack
was.
is always
That's
the
what
other.
I thought, and I
There you
was
go.
like, "Why?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
going on
That's
here? There's something
us
sour."
being that's us being a goof. That's a goof and a gaff. Okay. Damage?
Yes. 13.
13.
Oh, 15. Excuse
15.
me.
Okay. The damage will go through,
Okay.
and it will flip the gem, but without any other special
Sure. Okay.
change.
So it's
But
red
it does
again?
not punch you back.
Okay. But we've changed it.
You've changed
What
the
color
gem.
is it now?
So it's red?
No.
Oh.
The gem will go from yellow to green.
Okay. You're up, Devin.
It's
green.
Carol.
Yeah,
Carol's
I know,
up?
but
Yeah.
but
It's green,
Carol's up.
Carol.
Oh,
it's green.
It's now green.
it's green.
Yes, it is now glowing green.
Does that mean I can shoot it?
Little green ghoulies. I mean, if you want.
Do it.
I start blasting.
I guess I will. I'll use my revolver on this little guy next to me here.
Okay.
Yeah.
This guy?
That one.
Okay. This one has the big old shield, and this one has a staff.
Okay. I'll go after the staff guy.
Okay.
Do this. 11?
11 will miss
Ow.
on that one, and the guy in front will try to shield bash you as you shot at his friend, but he's gonna miss using his abilities.
Show my ability.
I went nuts and I gave them all styles and traits and stuff. And I
Oh,
was
wow.
like, this will be fun.
A dark.
And I was right. It's really fun. It's like they have things they can do and they can react. So Carol, that's one shot. You do get 2.
Oh, I do
The
get two.
revolver.
Do it again.
It is fast.
7.
7? Okay. There's 2 very loud, like, ka-ping, ka-ping, and the echo in here is insane. It's like, but nothing doing. Quadrolem takes no hostile action, still glowing green.
Okay.
Seems to be conducting the symphony, but does kind of slam one spearhead into the ground. You hear another rumbling from somewhere beyond. Anyways, Buck, Fizz, you're on deck.
He's going to summon Bravo.
Bravo!
I'll roll Bravo in. Good God, dude. Modify 20.
Nice.
Okay. All right.
I'm assuming he'll jump in next.
Yeah,
Go
he'll
about.
start up next round.
Yep.
Right before Buck. Okay. Fizzbops and Whizbangs.
We're learning all of his different names today.
Yep. This is just what I called Fozzie at home.
Is,
But just change
is
one letter.
Storm weak against the
Plant?
Plant.
Well, let me find out for you. If you were to deal storm to plant, you would find no ill effects in either direction.
Okay, so he's gonna do a shrimp snap on the big guy.
Okay. Snap that shrimp.
That's a 15.
15 hits exactly.
Okay. Oh man. 5.
Okay. Damage goes through, no ill effects. The gem will turn from green to blue.
Okay.
Dang.
And then we go to Bean.
Okay. To blue.
Yeah.
And I've absorbed arcane.
You have absorbed arcane.
Okay, well, now I'll just hit one of the little guys.
Okay. Yes, for everyone following along at home, arcane is very bad against all of the natural elements. It struggles against it.
I'm going to bop
one
the
of the weird
other one on the wall that Callum wasn't hitting.
Okay. The
I'll
one by Buck.
I'm going to kick it.
Okay. So Bean, you go like. We love
Oh
it.
my god. 5.
5?
It's not 18.
5 misses. 5 misses, buddy. Oh, those die rolls are so sad. Okay. It's a good try, though. It's a good try. T! Godspeed.
I'm gonna go
Literally.
and hit this little one,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna do tarot cards and picking swords.
Picking swords! Okay, roll a d10. And get a 10. Just get a 10. It'd be so sick.
I know, please.
Or a 9. 9 would work, too. The way rounding works. Or 8. Or 7. Or 6. 6 and above.
Not so much.
It's a 5. So the way rounding works, you pull the card of swords. A sword of Damocles will appear over this Sololum, stab into its head, leaving it with a hit point. Barely clinging to life, but clinging all the same. So close. So close. It's a 50-50 shot. You really want. All right.
Such is life.
Such is life indeed. Faraday.
Okay. Faraday is going to run towards, or safely move towards,
Uh-huh. Well, you can fly, so you're
Yeah.
safe.
to the
As long as you can land
goal,
somewhere.
whatever the one that was holding the staff.
This guy?
Yeah, he's gonna slash him with butt attached.
Hello.
Oh, wow.
Go for it.
Alrighty. Oh, it's a 5,
Ooh, guys.
Guys.
but I get to hit twice, right?
You do get to hit twice.
Do it.
Oh, guys.
Come on, come on, come on.
20.
There we go. Now we're talking. Okay, so roll twice as many damage dice.
Now we got him in the bag.
6 total.
6 total. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Some good damage marked on the duolum there.
What do undo?
Huh? How do you undo?
Okay. It's still standing, but the sword does, in fact, cut through the rough stone. Unexpected, though that may be. You do kind of leave some good groove marks in it. The duolums. The one with the staff is very displeased at how close you are to behind it, but doesn't have any better places to go. So we'll just wheel around upon you and attempt, with great trepidation and difficulty, to assail your person. Just to say he's going to attack you. In so many words. So it will spin about and attempt to place a hand upon you. It's got to make a melee attack. That is a 15 to hit Faraday.
I have a armor class of 17.
Okay. A bright purple glow on its hand appears, and it reaches out towards your chest, and you feel like part of your essence start to pull away, and you just kind of like slash and push it down as it fails to extract energy from you.
Take that.
Now, since Bud is attached to me, can he
he
use
can.
a guardian?
Yeah, you can.
Which I just get to pick a move, right?
Uh-huh.
So he'll Psygrain right back at him.
Yes.
Oh, nope, that is a 4.
Ah!
Which
Okay.
breaks the Spectral Shroud, right?
Does break the Spectral Shroud. But it is a guaranteed guardian pretty much all the time. Okay. That's sad.
That's sad.
That would have been so cool. Either way. Okay, so that was one duolum. Now we have the tank duolum. Is going to attempt to shove Carol onto a hostile tile.
Whoa.
He's making a mic contest, Carol.
Whoa.
Oh god.
Oh. Okay.
Solid 2.
Natural
just
one.
a really hardy 2.
A natural one.
Two
Oh
very
my
unbalanced
God.
people.
Slams the shield down and kind of stumbles a little bit, pushes it to you, and you go, ah! And you both just like, you're like, let's just pretend this didn't happen.
2 wrongs.
All
made
they
a
do
right
is wave
now.
their arms
Yeah.
in the air.
Asiago. Adelaide, you're on deck.
Okay.
Asiago's up.
Yes.
He will go. Where am I? Where's Asiago?
Asiago is right here.
That guy. Let's see.
There you go.
Can he try and go for?
Yeah.
What does that guy have? A shield?
He's just like a little guy.
Oh.
They have a sword and a shield.
Okay, I'll
He's
go
little
for the
guys.
little guy up there.
Okay. He just
Get him.
Let's see.
So good.
1.
Oh my god!
This is how
What
they
is
die.
happening?
This is how they die.
Playing footsies with
I was
my
like,
every
this will be
time.
fun. We'll do
I know.
I was like, we'll do like a puzzle encounter, or I'll kill them with minions.
Yeah.
They just, oh no. Okay, Asiago, nothing doing. Adelaide,
Still blue.
still blue.
Okay, I'm gonna take out my short bow. I'm gonna dip the arrow in the torch and shoot it at the duolum.
Okay, at the duolum.
Yeah,
Okay. Dip the arrow in the torch.
yeah. I don't think that would do well
Be a
against
fire
a blue
arrow.
quadrolem.
Probably not.
Unless we want to try it, guys.
I
Okay.
mean, Adelaide
do
would
you.
be dead in one hit, so probably not.
You do you.
Oh my god! I think that's
my
only a
God.
5.
Are you shooting the one that is nearest red tail?
Yes.
Are you factoring in your bonuses for being near red tail with the mewling cry?
Oh, does that affect me as
It
well?
affects all allies.
But I thought I had to hit quadrolem for that.
Anything within 5 feet. There is a boulder in the way, to be fair. He's within 5 feet of
Okay.
red tail. Just
Okay.
has to be a creature within 5 feet of red tail.
Well,
I'll move
then
the boulder so you can see.
7.
So, okay, that's still missing. You try again, though. Come on.
How about 7?
Oh my god! How did your party die? Oh, they just couldn't hit like a golem.
With 3 hit points.
It's okay.
A dirt claw
Yeah.
killed me.
Yeah. Bud,
Oh my gosh.
you're up.
Come on, buddy boy.
Not a good idea to attack the blue guy.
Probably not.
When's Fizz up next?
A while.
When is Styx up next?
Styx is not.
Styx is away.
Calm down.
Oh.
Styx is not out.
Oh, that's stinky.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have to hit the duolum. Or not the duolum. Fucking
The
quadrum.
quad.
Yeah.
Bud is gonna
The
re
septolum.
spectral shroud up to Faraday.
Okay. Shrouding around Faraday once more. Colum.
Gonna try to hit that guy again.
Okay.
That I'm right next to.
Okay. The Sololum up on the wall. Oh my gosh, guys.
5.
Oh no!
For the love.
19!
Yes! Guys, we're like 8 turns. Yes!
3 damage!
Yes! Callum
Yeah!
detonates one
I've
of
never
those
felt more
Sololums.
motivated, than I do in this one moment.
Oh no. Okay, so Callum, you obliterate one of these just in a flurry of passionate frustration. Just come on, and the Sololum explodes.
Good God.
Explode Lolum. Okay, very good. There's now only 2 Sololums, so there's only 2 attacks. 1 at T, 1 at Buck. And actually, it would be 1 at Bean, 1 at T.
Come at me.
The 1 at T is irrelevant. The 1 at Bean is a 19.
That hits.
Jeez.
The 1 at Bean is 5 points of arcane damage.
I absorb that.
I believe you already have arcane, but you are welcome to do so.
Oh, okay, I thought I dispersed it when I kicked it.
Oh, only if you succeed in hitting.
Fair play.
Sorry.
Fair play.
I didn't mean that to seem such like
No, he
only if
did.
you hit.
Oh.
But
can we
yeah,
put-
only if you hit.
Can you put Bravo like in front?
Whee!
Of the
Yeah, Bravo will be technically
Yeah.
right here.
Safe space. He's better.
Is that a worm?
Worm.
It's my worm. Red tail. Deliver us from evil, red tail.
It's blue, right?
It is
Still
blue.
Blue. I don't think that would do anything.
It is blue.
I'll just try to hit one of the duos.
Okay.
Then.
You want the shield boy or do you want the
one right in front of him.
staff? Okay. Do you want to go here? You can have a flanking bonus with Carol. I'm not trapping you. He's not going to hit you on the way out. That's not how he rolls.
Nah.
I'm gonna trap
Okay.
you.
Okay, you don't want to help Carol. That's fine. Let's try
No.
it.
He's good.
You can always move there and move back, but punished heavily.
24.
Oh my god! Yeah, that hits.
6, 9, 11.
Right. Did
gonna-
you roll
hold on.
more than one die?
Yes.
Please roll 1 die of damage against Duolum. If you're doing radiant damage.
So re-roll it.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Should have been faster on the draw.
4. So
Okay.
4 plus 7 plus 9.
9. Okay. 9 more on our tank friend. Okay. All right. Redtail, you leap towards this thing and like kind of back kick off its chest. And it kind of stutters for a second, but seems to absorb the blast quite nicely.
Okay. Then I'll set up flanking with Carol.
There you go over here.
Just kidding, Carol.
Good call.
Got you.
Carol, it's your turn.
Carol, come on. You got
That's the one.
flanking.
Just shoot him right in the back of the head.
So you have an additional 2
Tell him about the
to your attack
rabbits.
What?
roll. We keep making up mice and men jokes.
Oh.
It keeps happening,
That's
and it will continue to happen.
fantastic.
Perpetuity.
Okay, I'm gonna try and shoot at the staff guy.
Okay.
Is that the move? 4.
What's his flanking bonus? Is +2?
Yeah, if he shoots the one with the shield. If he
Oh.
shoots this one, nothing to it.
Oh. Alright. Can I go for the shield then?
Yeah.
No.
If you go for the shield one, you do get to add 2.
11.
Oh, +2. Yeah. So that'll
We're
hit.
doing a thing?
So you'll hit the blaster. So shoot him.
Okay.
You do an additional die of damage because you're shooting something near Red Tail.
A 5.
Roll an extra die.
Yeah, an extra die of damage.
3.
8. Okay.
No
And
way.
Yes.
No way.
Now we're talking. Okay. The Duolum blaster is showing some signs of heavy wear and tear, having taken now a total of 14 damage. It's looking rough. Very good, Dr. Carroll. Bang, bang. Whew. Quadrolem. Chess piece flips to indigo.
What is indigo?
It's like a purple thing.
It is, yeah.
It's in between blue and purple, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's what color it was.
Look at a rainbow.
it looks.
that
It's
be
like a dark blue.
Pixie?
I'm trying to picture what indigo actually color is in my
I
head.
know. He was asking what type is it, and
Yeah, I
then it
know.
devolved
Poison?
into what is the
I
color?
thought he like
Undead.
literally.
So bravo.
Yeah, that could be it.
Could be.
Bravo,
Yeah, that's a good
it's you.
Bravo will
Burn him.
Burning the peasants.
Come on.
Draconic.
the countryside. Burning all the people.
I think he has 20 feet of movement. My sheet says 0. But I think it's 20.
He's so slow.
He just moved.
My
He
speed is
can't
also 0.
Move.
Yeah, everyone's speed got changed to 0 for some reason.
I don't understand what you're talking about. I see all of your movement speeds, no problem. Bravo has 25 feet of moving.
25. Okay.
20 if he climbs.
Yeah, he's just gonna flint strike the one above him. He'll
Okay.
go climb up the wall and then
Okay.
16 hit.
That hit.
Here we go.
3 points of fire
Please roll an
damage.
additional die of damage, even though it doesn't matter. You're going to kill him.
Okay.
Because you rolled 3.
So 3 plus 2, 5.
Okay. You flint strike this guy, and he just
Wonderful.
he just explodes.
He'll
Bravo's like,
crawl back down.
right back down.
What did that use? 5 feet of movement.
5 up, 5 down.
Okay, so 10. So can I move 15 feet closer in on safe tiles?
You would be here. It would put you there.
That's fine.
Isn't it?
Oh, sorry. It'll be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Starting at Carol, it goes like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful. That's it.
Okay. All right, Bravo. Very good, Bravo. Buck! Fizz, you're on deck.
Buck will yell out, do you want Buck to change the color? Or no?
It's a gamble.
It's a wholesome
True.
gamble.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
hit it with a water burst.
Or a storm attack.
What if that's storm?
Indigo?
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's either undead
Or
or
dragon.
Draconic.
Draconic,
Yeah, maybe Draconic makes sense too.
Okay. Well, you do you.
I am going to pull out my rifle. I'm going to
Or
shoot the tank
deep
in front
water.
of Carol.
Kablam!
Could be deep water.
It's just more water.
Yeah.
Water twice.
I don't think that hits.
That's-
Even with my bonuses, 12.
12. No,
You're
not on the
silly.
tank.
Okay. I will move. I'll move up next to Callum. That way, I'm kind of there to
So
aid him, if anything. And then I'm like trying to see around the giant gate. I think that's it for Buck.
Okay. Fizz.
Fizz does a tiny mountain pose and then releases a water burst on the big guy.
Okay. It's doing water damage.
Oh my gosh. No, it's not happening.
Okay. All right. Never mind
He
it.
found too much inner peace.
Inner peace.
And he's like, I can't be
I
violent.
must not choose violence.
I'm a pacifist.
Bean.
Bean is gonna charge in.
Yeah.
And genetic kick him with arcane.
Oh my god.
energy.
Big guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Bean.
Okay.
Do it.
Make a scene.
Come on.
Come on, Bean, make a scene. 21 to
Hits. Yeah. Roll an additional die damage for all of your damage
Do it. Do it.
because you're
do
doing
it.
genetic kick as well. So if you want to expend your centrifuge,
Yeah.
you may roll an additional die of that as well.
Wait, hold on. I'm confused because
You
I
are-
get 1d6, but I
Yes.
get the d4
Yes.
because I have the affinity, and then where
Yes.
am I getting the second d6 from?
Vulnerability to the damage that you're dealing.
Oh, okay.
Vulnerable.
So please roll an additional of each one.
Of the d4 as well?
Yes.
What's
That's
that?
what I'm getting at. You are
Work.
dealing.
Do you
So-
know what that for?
So
Where'd my D4
sorry.
go?
Let me clarify. Do additional of the vulnerable damage. So if the vulnerable is the D4, roll an additional D4. But if your base damage is basic,
No, it isn't. It's all arcane.
then
Yeah,
double
I
all
need
the
another
dice.
d4. Where'd
You
mine
You need
go?
to,
Just
oh,
take
I
this.
took
Here.
it. That's
Oh,
that's
that's-
why.
yeah.
I took it.
Tia's over here going, I don't know. Where did it go?
Ay.
How could that have disappeared?
15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The indigo gem will crack and pop, and then the light will fade for a second, and it will flip and become bright, like violet light.
You're turning violet.
Let's go, Bean!
Bean, having successfully cracked the indigo gem,
Bean.
Levels up.
undead, the undead ward will fall.
Oh.
So now, there you go. You finally, you've cracked one. There was one of the ones I thought was going to take you a long time to puzzle out. It was the first one you hit on.
Yeah!
Yeah! T, you're up.
I am going to dagger this one.
Right in the top of the skull.
That's right.
Ice pick grip.
That's right.
They call me Ice Pick T.
For
More like iced tea.
12.
That hits. Praise be. The only the Sololems for quick math are 11. This guy's 13. This guy's
For
12.
3.
3?
Sit down.
right in the skull.
Yeah, you stabbed him in the brain. That was a fast attack, so you have another one.
Okay, I'm going to throw another dagger at the big one.
The big one?
Yeah.
You're gonna change his gem.
You change his gemstone?
What is it right now?
Violet.
Violet? What do we think violet is?
Assuming
Does
violet
Does anyone
is
have something
arcane.
good?
arcane. It's
Arcane,
either
yeah.
arcane
What's
or
good against
Draconic.
It's got or draconic maybe, but that's weak against
What is that weak against?
water, plant, fire, earth,
Water?
according to the type chart.
Okay, well then we can keep it
Sounds
because
reliable.
Fizz has a water move.
But if it's draconic,
Everybody hold.
Could be pixie.
I think that'd be
I would
pink.
think pixie would be a pretty pink.
Pretty pink.
It
I
would be
think arcane.
chartreuse.
I'm feeling arcane.
It's up to you, T.
That's what
There's
I'm. That's
also,
what I'm feeling.
Okay,
What's
I'll
The
it
other
do?
two duoloms.
Okay, I'll
Air,
throw a knife
earth,
at a
fire,
little duolum.
Plant
Okay.
Okay.
and water.
Here we go.
Do water.
Throw it up.
You're doing. Whoa, wait.
She's throwing a
I
knife
feel like I
at a
shouldn't be
duolum.
using this
So
chart
11.
because I'm not that smart.
Which one are you
Faraday's
hitting?
not smart.
Faraday's so smart right now.
You want
-1
shield or
knowledge.
staff?
But right now,
Let's do the
it's like a
staff.
20.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I feel like I
T
shouldn't be using it.
T ice pick grips one of the Sololums and then flings it around and throws the dagger into the blaster duolum.
For 2.
For 2.
Which is-
Forsooth. Okay. The knife just goes. But the golem's holding strong.
Okay.
Just kidding. It's still bloodied, but like it's just a funny image. Just a
Of a
stone
knife.
golem.
Come and get me.
What are you holding?
Faraday.
What do you got
Faraday
there?
is going to attack the staff
Just drops
holding
the camera.
guy.
Yeah. You get
With
the
his-
bonuses from Mule and Cry, which I will have.
What is the
Plus
bonus?
2
Plus
to
2.
hit and plus 2 on your damage, and you roll an extra die.
Holy mother of.
So that's a 22.
Woo,
So it's plus 2 on the damage plus an extra die.
Yeah, that's a real good hit there. Wow. 6? Oh boy.
Wow, Chet.
That's 10.
Faraday, taking a page out of T's book, just goes. Just ice pick grip right through the top of the duolum, dropping the
good.
blaster.
stab him in the top of the skull.
His weak point is the top of his cranium.
Yeah. They've got a weak,
Wow.
a soft spot like babies. Just
Yeah.
Yeah, the top of his skull is much more pliable.
Is it gone?
Yep.
Nice.
This one will
Yeah, he
collapse.
got the soft spot.
flush.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, Faraday.
Faraday, you have another
I
attack
said
though.
he got the soft spot.
I do. I guess I will charge in at the other duel,
Do it
the
again.
shielded
Okay.
one.
Oops. I'm just gonna leave that up for a second. Okay.
Do I still get the bonuses or no? This is a no
Yeah,
bonus.
you're
You're
still
still
within
within
5
5
feet
feet.
of Red Tail.
So 13, 15,
Nice.
15 hits.
Extra die, baby.
It's that tank boy.
4, 9. But I don't get my plus 2 on this,
But you get
right?
my plus 2.
But you're
Yeah,
plus
you
2.
get, You get
Okay.
Red Tail's plus 2.
So that is 11 points of damage.
It's looking rough. Still hanging in there. This one's a little bit tougher than that last one. But he is officially as bloodied as a golem can be. He's like kind of cracked. But not in the cool Gen Z way. It is now Duolem's turn. Who will reach out and touch Carol. Oh no. Another terrible roll. I don't get to do the cool move. It's only a 6.
Well.
It reaches out for Dr. Carroll and you just go, no, thank you. I'm good. I'm all right, thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you very much. No, thank you. Asiago.
Asiago is gonna try and go for that guy,
The big guy
The
the
big
big guy.
with your air beak buffet.
Yeah.
Bingus. Bingus.
19.
Hits.
Asiago.
Cheese.
Please roll an
cheese.
additional die of
cheese,
damage.
Cheese,
4.
cheese.
Please roll an additional die.
With an additional die. Ooh,
Nice.
9 plus
20.
5.
plus your attack.
Oh, plus my attack, plus 2.
It's 2, so 11.
11. I
Okay.
like it.
Asiago once again proving
To be the
that
best.
he is a harmacist. Runs up and headbutts the bright violet gem, cracking it, dispelling the violet light, disabling the arcane ward. The gem flips back to red.
Oh, it was undead,
Old.
the first one.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
Yeah, the undead
Yeah.
ward, then the
I told
arcane
you I
ward.
was stupid. Okay.
Told you I was dumb. You didn't believe me.
So this one's got to be fire?
So,
Yeah.
well done, Asiago.
Unless it's
Adelaide.
draconic.
Adelaide,
No,
it's
said
you.
Fire.
Adelaide, it's me, and it could be.
Baby, it's you.
Well.
Well. What have we here?
What's this?
Adelaide, huh? Ooh, I'm really scared.
I'll just try to shoot the other duolum again.
Okay.
It hasn't worked this far, but
Yeah.
11.
But today it changes.
No, you're so close. Whoa, 5 feet of red tail. Plus 2.
Sure.
it'd be
I'll
13.
take
The
it.
thing you're attacking has to be within
Yeah,
5 feet of red
yeah,
tail.
I get that.
So,
So
13.
13 hits.
Okay.
13 is the armor class of the tank one.
2 damage.
Of the fire variety. Yeah.
Just
that's-
regular.
Yeah, you didn't dip your arrow this time?
No.
Oh, okay. 2 damage. Arrow just... Aim for the soft spot on top of its head. I'm shooting a bow.
The second one is a 7. So
Okay, but you know what? You hit Adelaide.
yeah,
You did it. You struck your mark, and then you're so excited that you try not to shoot Faraday.
finally.
There we go. We love to see growth. Bud, you're up. Bud the Spud.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
You're okay.
I was looking at a text message.
That's fine. That's A-okay.
That is totally me spacing. I heard Bud. So
Good luck to him.
Yeah. Do whatever you want.
Bud's up? That's rough. Good luck, Bud.
Bud, I think Bud's just gonna stay with the Spectral Shroud.
Okay.
I don't think it's smart for me to attack the big guy.
Okay. Calumni. So it's Callum.
Callum. Callum.
Calculating Callum.
Please
Who's
welcome to the
next?
stage.
Who's next for us?
Calculation. Like all of you, I think. It's Callum, then all the Sololums are currently dead. Red Tail, then Carol, and then the Quadrolem. So
Okay.
When do I get to go?
you
just went.
you just went.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
You did your
The
card.
fizz.
You stabbed him in the top of the head.
Yeah, you shot your thing and
you
missed.
started
It
off
just seems
this
so
combo.
long ago at this point.
I know. Sorry, we haven't done like a long combat in a long time.
Yeah, I know.
We haven't done it for Riftkin yet.
It
so-
I'm
just-
gonna step one step forward
3
next to
steps
Dr.
back.
Carol,
to me.
Okay.
and I'm just going to
Carol.
offer some words of encouragement on your next attack.
Like motivation.
Yeah,
Okay. You can do it, buddy. We all believe in you.
I can't
This
get
might
anywhere
be your fault.
and be on
but
a safe tile, so
correct. Okay. So
a
after
backseat drive.
Yeah.
you shoot it.
after Callum's turn, there's a rattle and a rumble from the pipe room
No.
as 4 more Sololums emerge,
Sneaky Pete
flooding into this doorway, but ending their movements there
Nice.
as they re-emerge.
Chuck a grenade. We're good.
Don't worry.
I've got a party popper.
Yeah. Red Tail, you're next. And then Carol, you're up after that.
Fire. Is fire weak to radiant? Master Faraday, Keeper of Tomes.
Because the affinity chart is relatively new, no. I will
Okay.
help you guys with affinities where I can. Because
Okay. Well then,
Because no.
Fizz needs to hit
It's-
it with water.
It's extremely complicated to discern even if you have what I'm looking at.
okay.
Yeah,
So
it's
Red Tail's gonna hip hop over to the
Hip-hop.
Sololum, or the
Hop,
little guys right
hop,
there, and he's just
Hop,
gonna
hop, hop.
do his cat
hop,
thing
hop,
and
hop.
lay waste.
Lay waste. You
Um,
need an 11.
yeah,
for math.
well over.
Okay. To make the math faster, it's 11 on these guys.
6, 9 plus. Bud is next to me still, so 11.
Yeah. Did you do more than 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. You can kill that guy. That hasn't changed. They are still minions.
That's good. I was debating re-rolling
Yeah.
my 3.
You just have to
It
do
would've been
3
worth it.
total. Okay. So Red Tail, you just kind of dart nimbly over.
I don't even need to roll damage then. As long as I hit them, they're gone.
Yeah. I'll say in the haste, I'll give you guys a little hint. Your small and tiny Riftkin are not heavy enough to set off pressure plates.
Ah.
So Red Tail is able to just kind of run over there in a frenzy and leap over, and treads right across some unsafe tiles,
Okay.
and nothing happens. So there is a weight threshold for those
How
to
much does
activate.
he weigh?
I think he's like 30 pounds. Long story short, he weighs less than the average like human, so he's not going to.
I see.
He weighs 10 pounds.
Oh yeah, he's very small. So you'll leap over and obliterate one of these golems, and then it's Carol.
Fatty
You see
boom
4 more
batty.
come in, and one gets obliterated. There's a wounded duolem in front of you, and then there's the big quadrolem glowing red.
Yeah, I'm going for the duolem there.
biggest golem.
Biggest
Uh,
ding ding
two.
dicks.
How on?
2. Ow.
Okay, not a misfire, but not a hit.
Bah!
You can try again,
Alright.
but then I think this is your round where you'll have to reload next turn.
12.
12.
Heck. Yeah.
Did you add your 2? Oh no, he's moved
Not
out.
flunking.
No.
Is it 12 on the die, or is it with bonuses?
12 on the die.
Okay, so with bonuses.
Well, it's his second shot, so he wouldn't get the bonus.
Uh,
What about Callum?
What about him?
Giving you words of encouragement.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Heck
That's worth one in my book. Why not? Because it doesn't do anything else, and
I
you're
like how
so
you didn't
close.
say anything
Sure.
else. You're just like, but what about Callum?
Yeah.
What about him?
Joel
I'm
knows how
here
to
for
melt
it.
my icy heart.
A 4.
A 4?
You
Okay.
can do it.
He's still up, but the bullet does hit. Callum's like, a little to the left, Carol. And it works.
There you go.
Inexplicably.
Yeah.
Quadrolem flips the gem from red to orange.
Oh, come on.
Orange.
Yep.
Come on.
Bravo.
It could be. Yeah, it's Earth.
Earth. It has been confirmed Earth,
It's
and I
been
can't
confirmed.
remember if insect
What's weak?
does anything to Earth
is
off
water
the top
good
of my head.
against
Jarrell.
Earth?
Is
I don't-
water good against Earth?
Yeah. Okay.
Insect.
Insect is good against Earth.
That's what I thought. So
Earth is not good against insect, but insect
That's
is good
what.
against
Okay.
Earth. It is not reciprocated.
Bravo will try to hit him with a flash powder.
Do it.
This is gonna be so hard. What's his AC? You said 15.
Come
15.
on.
I have to
you
roll a
can
14
do-
on the die.
What?
Easy.
Yeah.
Check that out.
5.
Mhm.
Plus 1 is 6.
Okay. You run over there and go,
Check out the beat.
not quite.
Bravo's
Because
like, next time on Dragon Ball Z. That's his turn.
So in like 25
Gadget.
episodes.
Yeah.
Unless it's Dragon Ball Z Kai, then it's just
Yeah.
20 episodes.
Yes. After Bravo's Buck.
Buck can see the duolum.
Yeah.
Is there is the pillar in the way to see the other
Pillar's
solo?
fully blocking the sololums. You
Okay.
can move up to here and see one.
Okay, let's do
But-
that because it's a safe tile, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to see
These
past
6 are safe.
everybody.
Yeah, you're
okay.
good. You're good because you're far away.
Perfect.
Carol, slide to the
Uh,
right.
Let
yeah,
me
let's
make it easier
Two
for
shots.
you.
Try to get a
time.
piercing shot.
Do that. That way you can see a little better.
Yes.
Yeah, I know they're 2D, so somebody's always going to be unable to see something.
Yeah.
So. Good luck.
16 to hit. Does it hit both of them?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Both of them.
Yeah, he has
The
piercing.
little
He can do
ones.
that. Kind of like
doing
Ricochet.
wanted.
Yeah, kind of. Oh, granted, because these guys aren't technically like
yeah.
on the map. I'll say because they would have been coming from here. He's fine. I'll give it to you. You guys have been struggling.
That'd be,
You need help.
I'm just picturing that as like an animation.
Oh, it's a D10, not a D12.
Ping pong!
12 points of damage.
Aim for the soft spot of the cranium.
Oh, you hit those two.
He's got piercing.
I thought you were hitting that guy.
No, he's hitting the
That makes more sense.
solo limbs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Buck just lines up a shot. Carol, you're like, all right, I just got to deal with this. Oh, it's written like a full-on rifle shot in an enclosed space right next to
Like
your
resting
ear.
it on his shoulder.
Don't move.
Carol, don't move.
My ears.
That's it for Buck.
You just hear.
The piece of lead lands in
Forever.
your shirt. Now you got a
Fizz.
bullet casing wound.
Fizz.
Come on, Fizz, please.
Fizz is going
please.
to water burst
Yes.
the big
Fizz,
big
please.
bad.
Fizz, please, we love you.
Big boppin' bad
We're your
boy.
biggest fan,
I'm gonna hit
Fizz.
this big boppin' bad boy. Big bopper.
15.
Hits exactly.
Okay.
That's what we
Do
like
I double
to
it?
hear.
Roll an additional die damage.
Just make sure you give it back.
Additional die damage. Don't keep Joel's dice again, Tia. I'm watching you.
He just needs to buy more dice.
7.
7. Okay. The orange gem will crack, but not shatter.
So there's
on.
a damage threshold.
Wasn't
I'm
enough.
assuming.
There is a damage threshold that you guys have hit every other time.
What if I
Spit on him.
Yeah,
really
spit.
hard.
Yeah, but is the witch. What if I go?
You're welcome to try. So it will crack, but it does not flip. There's another hint for you as we continue on. Bean. Which?
Bean.
Bean.
Okay, hold on.
What?
Wait.
What happened?
Well, Fizz happened.
Yeah.
As we've mentioned, water burst is a 15-foot cone. Do you want to shoot Adelaide or Bean, or both?
Definitely don't pick both.
It's a leading question.
I'll
Shoot
hit
Bean.
Bean.
Yes.
Because Adelaide,
Oh.
you're sad.
Okay, we've done this. There's an extra thing with your attack. Water burst is an agility test against your attack roll
Yeah.
from the thing, which it fails, so we're fine there. So Bean, make an agility test against 15, because you hit, and then if they fail, their speed is halved.
24.
24. So you take half the damage, and you can absorb the
So 3.
water,
Yeah, I'll do that.
which is part of why I was like, there's
Yeah,
an
yeah,
added
yeah.
thing
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah,
So you take 3 water damage and you gain
yeah.
water
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah,
There you go.
because it's Bean's turn.
Now we're cooking.
You guys need help.
We're gonna
Yeah,
we're
well,
gonna,
spice.
help you.
we're gonna kick him.
Yeah, kick him. You're flanking with Adelaide.
Okay.
Have your 2.
15.
Hits exactly.
Both hit
Now
exactly.
we're talking.
Yikes.
Okay, get it.
Now we're cooking with fire.
Oh, and my D4s.
Yes.
Cooking with water.
4. I rolled better on my D4s. That's crazy. 13. 16.
16. Okay.
It actually shatters the gem that's behind
Well, we're
Yeah.
getting to that. We're getting to that. So you disable the Earth Ward, and a little bit of that damage will fold over into the Yellow Ward. However, it would be resisted by the Yellow Ward, so it's not as much, but you do crack it a little bit.
Resisted by the yellow ward.
There's your hint.
Storm.
So, Bean, as you crack the orange gem and it disperses its light and
Yeah.
the core flips again
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
yellow
yeah.
side, it's T's turn. T's
Okay.
up. T up.
Tease up.
T up.
I'm gonna do swords
Okay.
on one of the duos.
Okay, there's add duo left.
Oh,
you
one
will have to
left?
get closer.
What do you mean? I gotta get closer.
Magic has a range here.
No, it doesn't. It's everywhere.
Magic works forever, always. Watch, I'll kill someone from here. They died. Prove it. You can't prove they didn't
All right,
die.
how much closer do I have to move? Where do you want me? Next to Fizz?
What's the range on your
It doesn't
cards?
say. It doesn't say
should.
on there, bro.
Should say pick a thing within a
so.
range.
20 or 30 feet.
Within 15 feet?
Yeah, so you gotta
Less.
get within 3 squares.
Wait.
Just gotta get up to our fizzes.
Yeah.
No, he's got to be a lot closer.
To
Yeah.
the big guy?
You gotta be
No,
within
the
3
duo
squares.
one.
Oh.
Yeah, you'd have to go. Adelaide's blocking your way.
I swear to God.
Just push,
I swear to God,
I swear to
Adelaide.
God.
just push me.
Get out of here, Boulder
I've
Falls.
saved your life
Adelaide
so many
explodes.
times.
I'm tired of
and
you.
you just stand and you block me. How am I supposed to help out here? All right,
you
can
could,
I-
You could try to do earth damage to the Quadrolem.
Mm-hmm.
I
Lift your
could
foot.
try to do
Miss
damage.
Earthbender.
There it is.
You could try.
All right, let's try. Why not? Let's have some fun.
Okay, make an arcane test. Target number's 15.
Arcane test 15.
Threshold for feedback
I
is
am gonna
3.
Can I
do-
give mastery
I'm
on
doing
that?
my own
You
mastery,
can.
and then
Yeah,
you can give me your
but you
mastery.
can, yeah.
Okay.
The threshold for feedback
my
damage
last
is 3.
mastery.
So
Okay.
if you roll a 3
I'm
on
rolling
the
it.
d20, we're in danger. Oh, okay. Seems pretty good.
What'd you get?
19.
Plus my 6.
Okay.
25.
Plus my 6. Roll 2d6, please.
Can oh,
Earth damage.
dang
Are
it.
you going to try to do something saucy?
I was gonna try to just like use my earthly magic to just take it apart
Oh,
into its
that
component bits.
I will tell you that will fail.
Oh.
This thing is magically held together by very, very potent sorceries. But because the threshold for failure on that's like 18, and if you fail that, you'll be subjected to the effect, which would just rip you in half. 7. I don't want to do that to you.
That's
So
all
that's
right.
7.
Can rip you in
It
half.
had taken 3 damage. There's another hint. The storm ward will become exactly disabled as the yellow gem will crack and flip into
1 to
green.
go. Oh, 2 to go.
3 to
Dang
go.
it. Three to go.
This is why I'm helping you so
Pretty sure
much. So the green light will flare as T throws a boulder into the Quadrolem, cracking the gem, causing it to flip
Take
to
that.
green.
to green. Faraday. The duolum is next.
Uh-oh.
I guess I will
it's gonna
attack
hit
the
Mystic
du.
Siphon finally. It's gonna miss my time.
I'll attack the duolum.
Okay.
He's gonna die before he lands Mystic Siphon. It was so
Yeah,
sad.
you set up this whole thing just to do that.
15.
Oh,
It
yeah.
hits.
Yeah, it
Okay.
is. I just really wanted to land Mystic Siphon.
I know.
That is a total of 6.
Oh!
You taking out?
Slice the duolum tank down.
Bye.
Kaboosh. Boop. Down he goes. That's just one humble attack. You could safely reach the sololum that remains.
I could?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, let's go for it.
Whee!
Wow, that was a horrible roll. It just like landed and then went. 19.
Yep, hits.
Horrible.
Well, the amount of times that
I think
the
he's
dice
saying it was a bad
rolled-
roll, but
Yeah.
not a
Yeah,
bad result.
like it just like went
Yeah.
this and then went
It happens though. Sometimes you take those.
4.
Yeah, he's
All right,
done.
big guy.
It's just the big guy now. At least 4
Big
now.
guy.
Quadrolem is out of the initiative count because he's dead. Asiago.
You got him, Asiago. You got him.
Asiago.
Get him.
If
Got
you
him,
can do
Asiago.
air damage to the
Come
golem.
on, air
Beak
damage.
buffet. We're about to have a beak buffet.
17?
Yeah!
Please roll an additional die of damage.
Hell yeah.
2 plus 3 plus
2?
is 7.
7.
Not enough, but yeah.
Okay, you beak buffet the quadrolem, cracking the green gem but not causing it to flip. It remains in place. It's a good hit. Good hit, Thiago. Adelaide, bud, you're on deck.
Oh man, Adelaide. Who's up next?
Technically, her arrows have feathers. Which
Well, I mean, if you
means-
were to shoot it with a fire arrow, it would count it as fire damage and hit it. That's why I've been asking you, because
Hell
all
yeah.
of these guys are arcane types. So if you do
Yeah.
natural elements, they suffer greatly.
Adelaide's gonna dip an arrow.
Dip
She's
it?
been practicing all afternoon on small statues.
Dip
this
it
is
and
the
whip
biggest
it.
target in the room.
Yeah.
It should be so easy. 18.
Yup. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Count
Additional
it.
die.
Hits. Yeah, additional die. It's vulnerable to the fire.
Oh!
10.
Damage.
Okay. Same deal as prior. A little bit of spillover as you crack the plant ward. But again, the thing it's flipping to is blue. So you're going to mark 1 damage onto the blue as it would resist the spillover. So, gem will flip to blue. And we will flip to
I can attack one more time.
Adelaide again.
Am I allowed to hold it and get ready? And I want to shoot it into Fizz's electric attack.
My electric attack.
I mean, his
Storm attack, excuse me. Is that allowed?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
But if Fizz misses and Adelaide doesn't, you'll flip the gem.
Okay.
Okay. As long as that's
It's going to be the
understood.
old man from Helm's Deep right now.
Oh no! He condemned so many people.
It's true. Probably
Um,
himself. There's
he's
no way he made it out of there.
They probably pushed him off the wall. Bud,
I'm assuming this is Storm, right?
Hmm. That's our
Or-
guess.
Yeah.
it's blue.
No, I mean, it's
Oh,
blue. I mean,
It's blue.
Yeah.
All that's left is blue and red.
Yes.
blue and red. I mean, water. Yeah.
Yes.
Which my only bud attack is arcane, so that's not weak against or strong against water.
Correct. It is. It is
So-
vulnerable.
Bud is
Vulnerable.
just going to. He's just gonna chill.
Okay.
He's just gonna chill.
All right.
Nice.
Callum, Redtail, you're on deck.
Callum is also just going to be hanging out for a second. He's going to peek out from behind the pillar and be like, Redtail, get over here. Get over here, Redtail.
Okay. Very good. Well, Redtail, get over there.
Radiant is not
Correct.
strong either.
It is.
Okay.
It is neutral damage between the two.
Okay, it will hop like a little lion cub would on top of the pillar next to. Yeah.
Because they don't stand on the pillars very well. Carol.
Oh, wait. Can I retcon that?
Yeah.
Okay. Redtail is going to
Okay.
go, nah, Callum, this is too fun.
You go over there
Yeah.
in Mule and Cry?
Yes.
There you go. Now you're thinking with portals.
Now you're thinking with those acorns.
Carol. Now it's Carol's turn for real this time.
Yeah, water. I'll just. Oh, check.
There you
Oh, hello.
There you go.
There I am.
Now we're talking.
Here I am. How do you do?
Stop. That's all Ronan listens to. I absolutely hate that music.
We're on the blip.
Carol
phase.
finger,
We done
Carol
blippy.
finger, where are
Dude, I can't.
Carol's trigger
I'm getting
finger.
so bad PTSD right now.
Quadrolem will flip the gem. from blue to red.
You stinky Pete. Okay.
It's his turn.
That's
what it is.
fine.
Bravo.
Bravo, red. Insect doesn't do anything. Fire, I know I will take something.
Fire might kill Bravo.
Yeah.
He is gunpowder.
Yeah, I know. So I'm like,
Fire! No!
But insect doesn't do anything, right? I think fire resists insect. Yeah. So yeah, Bravo's just gonna back up.
Okay. Bravo's backing
Wise.
up. Buck then Fizz.
Buck's just gonna hold in action.
Okay.
Fizz is gonna water burst.
You get an
Okay.
extra +2 to hit.
You will be shooting Bean again, but I don't think you care.
Bean.
And
This-
red tail.
Then I'll turn you water then.
Oh,
Absorb it.
Yep.
Mhm.
yeah. It will hit Red Tail as a side effect, but Red Tail has more
Got
HP than
this.
any two characters combined.
18.
Yeah. 18.
Okay. Everybody involved make an agility test. The golem succeeds. So we'll take half
did
damage.
not.
Okay. That's fine.
Darn.
Bean can still absorb.
Oh, come on. 6.
I only take this. She's doing 2 because it's weak, right? So
Correct.
Bean would only take 1.
Correct.
Die.
Correct. So just take 1.
6.
We'll do it the way that we've been doing it before. Where if they roll already, you just drop the higher result for resistances and such.
Huzzah.
Okay. The gem cracks even more, but does not flip. And it does not shatter.
Alright, Bean.
Bean, you're up.
Okay, Bean is gonna kick him again.
And their
Okay.
miserable
With
existence.
water.
And I tell
Yeah.
a lie. The red gem has cracked for the first time now.
That's not even gonna be enough.
Did you roll the red tail buff? T?
Yeah.
So you did 2
Oh,
extra.
You did
no,
two
no, no.
additional damage dice
So it'll
plus
be 8.
2.
But you'd roll
Plus
an extra
another
die
damage die?
too.
Oh, I do another die?
Mewling
Yeah.
cry. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Mewling cry is hard to track.
8. And then 11.
Okay, that changes the narrative, as the red gem will now crack and flip back to blue, as there's simply one gem remaining, which is to say blue.
And it is blue.
It is blue.
So Bean is not going to engage.
Okay. Yes, because now if Bean were to kick,
Yes, it would
Bean
be
would
bad.
get
It would be bad,
smacked.
bad.
yeah, bad. T. Then Faraday. Faraday's on deck.
What is this one? What's the
Water or something? Assuming
water?
Assumptively.
It
Assumptively.
can't flip to anything else, right?
It's the last one.
Presumably. Every
Well,
sequence you have
we'll
seen.
test
all-powerful rainbow
We're gonna
gem.
test
Yeah.
this hypothesis.
Round 2.
Is arcane bad
Just
against
evolved.
water?
Arcane is bad against water.
Okay, so I'll just throw my
Arcane
daggers.
struggles against all of the elements.
I'm throwing my daggers at it.
Okay.
No, I won't. Well, I'll try the second one. The first one won't.
Well, you're attacking a thing near Red Tail, which means
Oh.
you get an extra +2 to your attack.
So it would have been 14.
Okay, that would still miss.
Okay, this one won't. That would be on natural 20.
Okay.
And
Roll
then-
a dagger damage, which is just a straight D4,
Okay,
+2 from Red Tail.
so 3.
3. Okay. Dagger strikes in. The golem, having only one gem remaining, flips around and stabs T. T, take 10 damage, please.
Okay.
Of the piercing variety. Faraday. You're up.
Faraday is going to abstain from attacking. 'cause
Probably a good call.
He's got nothing right now. Not even the party poppers would work.
Okay. Asiago.
I guess I could beat Buffet.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Go for it.
See here? 11.
11 will miss. Plus
You're to hit plus the 2.
So
13 plus your... I think you have a +2 or 3 to hit now. With the level up. Should be 2.
Where do I
Hold
see
on.
that?
Gotcha.
In your moves.
It's right there under being
Oh, the
fake.
+2. Yeah.
Okay.
So 15?
15 hits exactly.
Oh, okay.
Give me
Look at
D6 plus 2.
4.
4. Okay. So. The gem cracks a little more. Not through any particular vulnerability, but because the gem cannot flip or go anywhere else. Takes some more damage. But Asiago 10 points of air damage comes back to you.
Oh no.
As the golem spins around and a gust of wind rushes towards him. Oh, I don't know what I don't bite you, man. Oh no. Adelaide. You know. And that.
I can't afford
Yeah,
to
don't do it.
help.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna not.
Okay. Bud.
Bud's got nothing.
Okay.
He's gonna just Spectral Shroud Faraday.
Okay. Callum.
Callum,
Wow.
Can you take a hit?
Blimey.
he could.
Cool, blimey.
Wouldn't be great. No,
No,
he's not
don't
gonna.
do that. Don't do that.
No?
Nah, we're passing.
Okay. Red tail.
Red tail could take a hit.
Hold on. I want to try something with Callum.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm listening.
I want to take out my cardboard sword.
Yeah.
And I want to pretend it is a blade made of sharp thorns. It is plant type.
Okay.
It's a plant sword.
Okay.
I'm going to swing my cardboard sword at it.
Okay. Make it a cult test.
A cult, you say?
Let me consult my occultist.
Sorry? Sorry, what?
Are you perhaps a master of a cult?
Oh.
I said, let me
Yes.
consult my
Would you-
occultant.
Would you mind
Yeah.
assisting me? Thank you.
If only we had a witch.
More!
22 to hit.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
That's so your occult test is that? Yeah.
now I'm going to roll the hit.
Yes.
Okay.
The occult is you are attempting to manifest your will into being.
11 on the first
Your
swing.
mewling cry though. Did you get? Is that
It's
with
two
mewling?
more.
He was way too far
Yeah.
away.
Callum
It
would be
wouldn't affect that.
well. No.
when
technically,
it's 15 feet when he does it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boo.
All allies within 15 feet of it when it does this
Yeah.
gain
Yeah.
the additional die,
All right.
etc., etc. But is he flanking?
No.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
Well,
have
I'll
to be on
try
the
another
opposite
swing.
side.
17 to hit that time.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Do some damage.
I'm gonna roll
Oh boy.
a d6
Yeah, you are.
with my plant sword for 2 damage.
Okay. There's no plant manifestations.
The risk reward
However,
on this was terrible.
The gem had taken 8 damage. It will now take the additional 2. So, Callum
thinks it worked.
takes. Callum cracks and shatters the gem,
Uh-huh.
and the Quadrolem. It's gonna be a might contest against Callum
Okay.
to not be pushed. Oh, it's terrible.
15.
5. Callum, you are not pushed. You do take 10 points of damage.
Okay.
But you are not pushed. As the final gem cracks and flips to a dull gray. I thought this would go a lot faster, so this is going to be a 2-parter. As the final gem falls, the Quadrolem fight is ready to begin in earnest. But we'll do that next week.
Yeah.
Because this took a lot longer
Oh
than I
my
thought it would.
god.
I was like, yeah, they could do the wards like really quick. They just have to hit a little bit, and then you guys just couldn't really roll it. I feel bad now. So we'll see you next time for the continued war against the Quadrolems, as still more sounds can be heard from the brass tubes of the other rooms. Reinforcements are still incoming. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Goodbye.